Going to take 20 seconds before that's active over here. But I believe there's a 10-second delay, so... Now. Let's see if that works. See if that's actually where it starts on Twitch once the delay's over. Should be popping on, and... Nope. Did not get it at the arrows. So it's not a 10-second delay, whatever it is. It's like a 5-second delay then. Worth knowing. Worth knowing. Hey everyone, welcome back to some Rouge Legacy 2. So, we are going to do a speed run, at least a speed run. But I did talk to Cerebellum, and if he is interested, we are going to be working on a lot of the lore stuff today, and that will take up at least an hour. So I'm going to remove on the speed run so I can do that, basically. Anyways, we're just going to keep moving. 3, 2, 1, go. Get the run out of the way now, so that we can focus on the other things. Alright. Oof. So I'm thinking of a way I might shift my schedule. So I had this idea that instead of doing, like, sometimes I'm on a roll, sometimes I'm not, and I kind of need... So here's what... Here, let me put it this way. When I want to take a break from the stream, I need to take a break for a while. I need to actually, like, do something significant, usually. Like, there's still a lot of stuff in my room and cleanup stuff there that I need to take care of that I never had time to take care of. And having 2 days here or there is not the appropriate time frame that I need. So my idea is that I'm going to be shifting my stream schedule to, basically, so I will start doing Fridays and Sundays, but I will, basically I will do 2 weeks of just straight streaming is the idea. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, I take an entire week off is the plan. That was a very bad room. Oh well. Oof. Okay, definitely need to work on the projectiling of that character. A lot of the physics has changed, and that is no longer consistent, as we can now see. So in case you're wondering, I'm supposed to fireball, then I hit him with a third attack, but that was the first time he's fallen off the edge from the fireball damage. Alright. Golden Dash. Yeah, I found it early. I felt bad because I was taking damage while doing it, so that's why I feel like that's not a gold. Not because it's actually slow, but because I did poorly during the heirloom itself. Alright, don't need this one. No mana. Yep. Put myself in some bad situations twice in a row. Well, I don't even have enough health to face Lamek at this point. I might want to actually kill myself. Like, actively. Get a new character. Either that or fight an apple. We'll fight Lamek. I have done this without getting hit once. Consistently enough that I will do it. Should I lose? I lose a lot of time, but that's kind of expected. Reminder that the start for my current PB was also very bad. So, doesn't mean anything until it's over, you know? Gotta be very careful, especially when we get to phase 2. Because if he does the laser beam attack, I just have to avoid. Whew. Just get distance because I don't want to take risks. Not this much health. There we are. Beat Lamech. We're not dead yet. Alright. Now we just head right, looking for Access Mundi. But we're gonna fight it before the book, I think. More like Estuary Lamech, am I right? How's it going, Bat Kessler? I mean, he's lame enough that I came in at 10 health and left at 10 health. So, like, he's lame enough that I was not scared of entering the fight, given my current health total. I don't know, it's an enjoyable boss. It is an enjoyable boss, though. This is not the kind of room I want to see. One where you have to fight your way through because there's so many enemies. Just do that. That's actually safer for me. Don't have a shield, so can't aggro through. Found book. That's cool. We found... That's not what I expected to find. But yeah, we found the Stygian study, it seems. Oh my gosh. Far less scary now. Everything's far less scary when you have 85 health instead of 10. He's definitely scary the first few times, but yeah, he's pretty neat. Thank you. How's your day been going, Bat Kessler? How's your day? Oof. It's basically easy mode having half a health bar. Yeah. You planning on streaming today, Kessler? I did not see you earlier, so just wondering. Either way, enjoy yourself. Thanks for coming by. Definitely appreciate it. It's alright, I'm about... Oh, you've been moving. Ah, nice. I hope the new place you're living is going to be much better. Ooh. Yep, I haven't been doing anything big like that. I am trying to, like, move around my schedule. That's something I'm going to be doing next week, but that's really it for my big moves, you know? Alright. Yeah, I'm interested in where you're moving and all that, and, like, the reasoning, but, like, I'm not going to ask for you to spoil anything you don't want to talk about, so... Oof. So, yeah, the plan for today, we do this one, speedrun, and then, hopefully by now, Sire Bellum is going to be into the chat, and we're going to do some lore stuff. We're going to help him get all the lore he needs. Ready his booklet. Your old landlord wanted to sell his places all. Very amicable. Alright, and then yeah, lore stream. Yeah, it is awesome. So in case you're wondering, Sire Bellum, he's been interested. He has like a Steam theme where he talks about the lore of the gameplay and all that stuff. And when he was looking through it, he's the one who found the connections between the names of all the estuaries. But so here's where I'm involved. He found the names of all the estuaries, and it has to do with a biblical story of Cain. And it just turns out that most people do not know anything about like biblical lore and like how to parse through it. So what happened is everyone was just like saying, "Oh, that means Jay must be Jesus." I'm like, no, Jesus doesn't come for like a long time in the story, and like the connection to Cain can like lead to a lot more themes. So what happened is I ended up getting voluntold, as I often phrase it, into helping him with the Cain, what's called Cain theory. And if you look at his page, you'll see a little section called Cain theory, created by Patient Tadpole. And it's just where I talk about the story of Cain and Abel, and therefore what themes we can expect from the game due to it using that as the lore. Did the game just crash? Nah. It just took a long time to load. Labradroid, lore! I love lore! Yep, awesome. So after this run, we'll probably be focusing on lore. So, hope you enjoy it. Oof. So yeah, they haven't really revealed anything new for the Kane theory. Nothing we didn't already know. You know? Like, but we did, like, get more into detail. And I'm really interested in the story of Tubal, because we only have one estuary left, which means either Mahujala or Tubal is actually who Voidbeast Bareth and Halfar are. And I'm interested in, like, first of all, the connection there, but also Tubal has the king's name as part of his name. I'm interested, like, they only call him Tubal, not Tubal Cain, which is his actual full name. Ooh. I'm so glad they increased the knockback of the hammers. I hate those guys. They would just wall off an area, and sucks to be you. Oof. Oh, we got chasers. Woo. They shoot faster. I gotta get used to that. Whoops. Oh well. So we die in 2 hits. So hopefully we don't do it wrong, because we do not have enough money to buy the architect. So we just have to do this with only getting hit once. So I'm gonna focus. So I'll see you guys once I'm done with the fight. Feel free to talk about whatever you want. I do have a question of the day. If you guys want to answer that, have a good conversation. So the point of the question of the day is to, like, if you have nothing to talk about, it gives us a starting point for more conversation. Alright, because of this dangerous, now I'm gonna stay here. So usually you want to spread out the damage, but because I have such low health, I'm just gonna try to kill one, and then take care of the rest later. This is not a good spot. There was nothing I could really do. Give this. I mean, ugh. And then I just messed up with my fingers there. I had every right to win that fight. Now I don't think I could afford the architect even, which means this run might be dead. Gotta be either One Night Ultimate Werewolf or Risk for entirely different reasons. Yep. I have not played One Night Ultimate Werewolf, but one of the reasons I put that on is because there's a guy... Yeah, that was a double vegan... 2 characters were exactly the same in all but looks. That was strange. Yep, this is not enough money. Just the leather helm? Alright. We're going to grab the money mana instead. So unfortunately, this run is almost dead because... Hey, Dunk the Skunk! So we just died to Voidbeast Bareth without enough money to buy the architect. In other words, this entire run is now recovery. With one little mistake, the run is recovery. From 1 point of damage when I didn't need the damage. We are now in a trouble scenario. Alright. Alright, we are vegans, so we don't heal up much. Doesn't matter, we don't stop for healing much anyways. Alright, I'm going to grab that. This gold will give me enough... I'm getting close to enough gold right now to be able to afford the architect later. So the reason I'm still going up every once in a while is even though I want to go to Axis Mundi, I also have to find the book. And with that, the entrance to Stygian Study. Like, The hope is that we still do Sticky and Stay stuff with 1 life, even if that life was delayed because what we did. Alright. Found Axe's money, at least. Definitely going to have to go back later, but right now we just want to kill Bone Bros. Hey, Cerebellum. So after this run, if you are up for it... Vegan. But anyways, if you're up for it, after this run, we could start doing some lore stuff. I'll jump into New Game Plus 2, and we can just, like, start doing some lore things. I'm grabbing this just so I could get enough money. We can now purchase the Architect. So if everything goes horribly wrong, we at least have the Architect. Let's get me an apple, because that's my only healing process. Neither of those are useful for this. Only... Thank God that blocked the damage from the meat. Okay, why is it that when I'm a vegan, I actually get reasonable amounts of meat? But only when I'm a vegan. Oof. Alright. I just realized, I think despite having, like, being put in danger with Void Beast Bareth multiple times, that's the first time I actually lost the fight to Void Beast Bareth. Oof. Make sure to pop up the Sun Tower. Be warned, though, I've put off rereading the previous lore, so I'll need some time to catch up. Don't worry, the first thing I'll do is we'll go to a book, and we'll read up on the Sun Tower. That should sound good. I need to be careful how much I break. If I find more meat, I'm actually in trouble. Alright, let's look for an apple, because I need healing. Still no apples. And now my dog needs out. That's okay. We'll let the dog out in just a bit. Good doggo. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for not doing anything bad on my carpet. You're not going to do anything bad on my carpet, are you? Oof. Oh. No apple. Checked every extra room. No apple. Unless there's an additional one. And in case you're wondering, that one always has lore, so no apple there either. It's been a while since I hit the ground. Alright. We're gonna let this cutscene play while I let the dog out. Good girl. Good being patient. Yep. A book? Why not use... Why use one of those old relics while you have the Lorekeeper's Guide? Fair enough. I just realized I'm in the same position I was last time, dying in one hit. Just different spell and different damage output because of it. Alright. Usually where I'm just focusing one down so I could not have to deal with it, because as I said, I take one hit and then I'm dead. Oof. A book would actually be useful for Sun Tower and Scarlord, though. Alright. So yeah, it will take me a little while to find... Alright. So note to self. We're going to die to meat. I'm just going to state that clearly. We're going to die to meat because... By the way, just notes for time, we went from -4 minutes to +3 because of that death. That's how costly that death is. It's 7 minutes lost in the time. I legitimately did not see that wisp. Don't know if it was like a fog effect or something, but I did not see that wisp. Alright. If I could find Far Shores, I could get all my health back. Doesn't make it easy. Just means we have a solution. I'm gonna save that for if this character dies, or if this character finds Far Shores. Whichever comes first. Oh my gosh. We're actually still in this. That's good. We're still in this. With a 75% gold increase, this is actually a good character to be like exploring the castle and gain money. Whew. Deep breaths. Ooh. Darn meat. I was trying to get to the mana potion. Nope. The lack of meat as healing is definitely weighing on me now. So we're still in it, and then we lost half our health here. So we're not super in it, but we're not dead yet. In the middle of a run that breached 50k gold and killed Enoch. Oof. Right, so they're neither is like particularly closer. And if I don't grab the item with this character, I'm not grabbing it with any character, so might as well grab it with this character. It's far enough away. Alright. Got Disattuned Archer with Heavy Stone Bargain, among other great relics. I guess Heavy Stone Burden would be great for Archer. Alright. Windwall and Tesla Spike. Yeah. Let's try it. This should have the damage output. We get Architect. That's good. Let's buy something by the docks. Sure. A little more health. Go. So, you're going to notice that I'm doing a heavy intelligence. Intelligence just seems to deal more damage. It just seems to deal more damage. So why not? That's why I'm doing it. So. Meat doesn't hurt me anymore. Alright, so there's one lily above me. Let's grab that real fast. And then I guess we'll head up. Let's see. We have a lily that has to be up or to the left, and we have a lily that has to be... Well, there's the other lily. Congratulations, I did my job. Ooh. Alright. We just have to find them all now, which could be effectively anywhere, but emphasizes... I find up is usually emphasized, though that's more of a consideration, not a actual mathematical analysis. Yep. And with this character, yeah, we're gonna actually go in. So, by the way, internet knocked out, but I'm back. Alright, well, glad to have you here again, man. Yeah, maybe not the best positioning. Good spells generally, but maybe not against Nama. So in case you're wondering, the reason I chose to face Nama is because I don't want my gold gain to be much lower. And, like, Gauntheads and Murmur, now that they don't, Gauntheads and Murmur, with all the changes, actually means that they are actually completely valueless in the speedrun. They are done because they have to be done to get to Enoch, and that is it. They no longer... They can't give us good equipment. They can't give us good... They can't give us gold. Like, there's just no reason for them other than it's part of the run. You kind of have to. Alright. Whatever. Made some stupid mistakes. Got punished. Funny how that 1 point in the armor up increased my resolve. Yeah, they all were bad. That's why they all seem bad. Lambda droid. All right. Well, with this character, I'm going to be finding the book and the entrance to. Yeah, I just realized because I died recently. Or previously, I have to go back and find both the book and the entrance to the Stygian study. So I'm just going to take care of that now. I probably shouldn't be going down. Oh well. Gonna go to the entrance here. Sometimes you have bad runs. Sometimes you have bad runs. That's just the nature of this. It's a game of variance, and therefore variance occurs. Alright. No vines. That's nice. Alright, found book. That's good. That's one of my jobs. Complete. Ooh. Alright, now Stygian study. Maybe a ranger could save the run? Vibes, you gotta stop. Rangers don't work for by build pathing. And if there's something that saves the run, it's not the fact that it's a ranger. I'm sorry. I know you want it to be true. It's not gonna happen. Ugh. And like once a week I have a godlike run. Yep, precisely how variance works. You get more bad variants than you get good variants, because good variants is hard to believe. Alright, with multiple apples, I could take that one for a little health. I'd be alright with the next set. Whenever they have to use that phase change, it always is concerning for me. Got a little lucky there with the void balls. Down gone hits. And yeah, I'm not even going to bother to face gone heads like I said. Alright. Gotta be very lucky, honestly. Wasn't lucky. Thank you, Void Balls. Vibe's just vibing, man. Every week I have to ask for a Rager. Maybe one day he will accept. Alright. Sir Pepperoni is playable. Therefore, he is played. Alright. Well, let's try to beat Nama while I'm still getting some gold from Nama. Because at this point, one of my big issues is I'm not going to be able to level up anymore. If this gets much worse, I won't be able to level up anymore. Alright. Thank you, Void Balls, the classic flight. Very, very much so. I can't believe that hit me. We are taking a bunch of hits that we just do not need to be taking in any form or matter of the word. We are not even to the halfway point, and we could only take one more hit. It's disgusting, really. We had a I don't know, I'm just like not in the moment today, I guess. I have no other way of explaining this series of events. Great. Beautiful. No hits allowed. Period. Come on. There. Whew. Thank goodness you are invincible during that time. My favorite board game is War? Interesting. I haven't heard of War. The only War I can think of is with, like, cards. And so I have no idea what the War itself, the board game, is. We're gonna grab the book, get myself some healing, keep some gold gain. And with this gold gain, we might be able to buy 1 health up. Like, that's what sort of rewards we're getting right now. Don't know if you guys have it in the US. I wonder if War and Risk is the same game, just rebranded. That would be not surprising. Personally, it wouldn't be, at least. Oof. Without the Void Dash, there are actually some issues I have to deal with, but generally speaking, I'm not too worried. Alright. Whew. Oh my gosh. Both shots I just missed by a wide margin. Get out here. Whew. I haven't played Risk since I went to camp since I've been to Camp McKee as a Boy Scout. There we are. Took me a little while to get the words out. Ugh. Whew. So, yeah, I actually have it. So I'm waiting for this speedrun to be over. I already told a person I watched called Grenade about that there's this story I have with the game of Risk that I want to share. That's actually what inspired that question. Ooh. Beautiful. Don't worry, I have 2 apples. I can't open that door. My feet will not allow it. Alright, it's a good thing I left the apple here intact. We're gonna grab the Rage Tincture, because it's actually playable. I always had a problem with board games like this, always had too much greed and risk. My playstyle is always too aggressive. Yep, sounds about right. Sounds like how most people play it, as far as my understanding, at least. We'll just enter through here. No reason to take the dangerous route. Ooh. Let's try it. Oh. Doesn't go through walls. Duh. It's cool, though. Alright, found this room. Still need to find Enoch. I've always disliked Rage Tincture unless it was with Duelist, my favorite class. It does work well with Knights as well because the invincibility when you shield dash. Just you have to be very kind of precise with it is the issue. The Fabled weapon I beat a Rad with when the bosses were bugged at 50% HP. Thought they were just OP. They have reduced the blast radius, but there's a funny thing. With this weapon, there was a patch notes. We reduced the blast radius that, quote, this is a buff, not a nerf. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, they seem pretty great. Stay in your corner. There we are. Yeah. Oof. Alright. Let's see if these are as busted as I hope they are, because we're going to have to use it to fight Murmur and Enoch without getting hit, really. Which, the range, honestly, the fact that it's basically like a mini fireball is actually perfect for Murmur. There's still paths up and to the side, so... Let's go up. Let's hope that it's just up here. There we are. Awesome. I want to face Murmur first. I want to face Murmur between these two first. Oof. Alright. Yeah, Gauntheads and Murmur. Yep. And then I have to beat Enoch with them after that. I do plan to face Enoch with this character if I can. Wait for it. Okay, done waiting. That's what I was looking for. Clear of spikes. Ooh. Definitely feels comfy being at this distance. Alright. And yeah, so you don't even get equipment from those golden chests anymore. You don't even get equipment from those gold chests anymore. So therefore, they're completely useless for us outside of damage output. I mean... didn't time it properly. Chasers are being a little tough. Causing me issues. I can knock them back. Usually they're unknockbackable. Maybe during their attack phases there's some knockback. Oh, wrong direction. Taking way more hits than I should be because of just blast radius. And this is with a nerf blast radius. There we are. Basically have to use shield bash for those because I just don't have other ways to deal with them with this weapon. Oof. Alright. Find Irad as slow archer. I'll let you know how that goes. Oh god. So I am going here real fast, and I'm just grabbing an insight before I disappear, that's all. Just want to get the inside out of the way while I can. Well, I have mana for it, and don't have to worry about it. Alright, there we are. Insight complete. I have enough. I die in 1 hit to Enoch, but let's try it. Because I die in 2 hits from my own punch, my own fists. Definitely hit myself a lot during that fight. That was way too close, sir. Exhibit A. Oh my gosh, the chasers. If I had invincibility frames, because I actually ran into a fireball, I could have made that. But Amaterasu's Sun is great, but crippling intellect is absolutely horrible. I think crippling intellect is actually so absolutely horrible, I'd rather just pick a different class. This looks stupid. I know this looks stupid for a speedrun picking a chef, but I'm legitimately thinking it could work. We already used fist gauntlets. Let's use chef hats. Let's just throw the entire kitchen sink at them, I guess. See how it fares. We have good fire damage with all this intelligence. We know Duelist is useful. Maybe if I could knock back projectiles. That's not a good place to be. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but I'll manage. There we are. The consistent burn will be nice, especially since I focused on heavy intelligence instead of physical damage. You know how I like the Barbarian because of the slow but damaging attack? This is kind of the same thing. Definitely not as aggressive as the Barbarian, but by no means bad. Yep. Chef is actually being an alright class right now. Which, as a speedrunner, is quite a surprising statement. Like, this is the slowest class in the game. And it's doing fine for the job I needed to do. I know for a fact that if I knock them back, they will explode. Best case. So... This chef could work. Chef can work, which is surprising. Well, I get no money anymore. Yep. I don't like it either, Lambo Droid. I don't like what happened either. Alright. Well, we have minus 100% gold gain. So we're at level 20. What we have now is all we will have. We have plus 0 to our strength, and I think a plus 7 to our intelligence. So if we get bad spells all around, sucks to be us, because spells are our damage output. Our swords, our weapons, they're just means to our damage output. Which... One of the things that I dislike about the Barbarian being, like, not having regeneration on its air attack is because it means that the Barbarian can't be used in intelligence-based fighting style. Like, basically I have 2 dead classes now because of that decision. Barbarian and the Archer. So I have 2 dead classes, which is really annoying to have. Because it just means sometimes you can't pick a good character because you... Great. There we go. Okay, now that I beat 2 bosses, did a full clear, then retired resulting in 70k gold I blew on route updates. Time to convert IRAD lore. Alright. It was going so well with that chef. I think there is actually potential in the chef being playable. Okay, now that I beat... Yep, and then... Sorry, Bellum. I already read that. Alright, we're only plus 3 minutes and still haven't even done the Sun Tower yet. Hopefully the Sun Tower is friendly this time. Sun Tower can be friendly, just usually isn't. Great. I hit shield. Doesn't Archer's Spore Burst from Canopy scale with int? Still doesn't make it great, I guess, though. So, it does. But I'd like you to look at my, my control scheme. Tell me how I'm going to be aiming those shots. That's the problem with Archer. That's where the problem with Archer comes in. Oh, by the way, they fixed emotional dysregularity, so it only affects the spell's base damage. So, like, it doesn't, like, increase burn damage, which is really sad. Makes the emotional dysregular chef not as viable anymore. But, oh well. I can deflect those back. Neither. Not for this character. Gotta keep going up. Let's kill that guy. Don't need the chasers. Not right now. Alright, there's one way up, so... Here we are. Yep. Tall room. It's okay. Make sure we don't die in one hit. We die in two. Beautiful. There we are. Awesome, we actually made it. We get equipment. Perfect, nothing I can ever pick up. We actually made it to the tower with a chef. I can't knock those back. I'd be shocked if I couldn't knock those guys back, though. Honestly, I'm shocked I can't knock the blue projectiles back. Thing is, this fight usually takes a while because I'm not hitting it often. I'm often just dodging their attacks. So having constant burn applied is actually really nice. Oh god, it like ate my jump, and I had to use the double jump to get the spot in position. Whew. I hate those big blue projectiles, not even because of this boss. They go through walls and cannot be destroyed. Ugh. Well. White star is damage. White star is damage. Alright, if we can find a mage with flame barrier, this fight comes back online. But until then... Alright. At the very least, we gotta try a bunch of new themes with this run. Even though a lot of themes failed, we got an opportunity to try a lot of new themes with this run. And that's good. That's good. I didn't realize what attack he was doing until it was too late. Alright, wait for it. Those last two hits at the very end. It's just when you make one mistake, it's always you're prone to make another one immediately after, it feels like. You know, if you didn't have pacifism, you'd be great. Well, they're both Puritans, so I don't get a choice there. Let's choose the one that could actually burn my opponents. Alright. I'm probably going to get to the split in the boss and just have to use a bunch of all my healing right then and there. Because, yeah, I only take one hit without healing. I'm pretty sure I heal once, and I take another hit, and then the other healing both times to the other one is not enough. So, the first heal is all that really does anything, I think. I'd really appreciate if you didn't. Like, the double blue is my least favorite. If you're a dwarf, it's great. If you're not a dwarf, it's just having to deal with both at the same time. Usually I still get one shot, so I still need to heal one more time before it matters, but I want to use that heal in the split instead of... I'd rather use those pauses to cast my spell. That's what I'm getting at. Great. Windwall Magma Match? Hey, that's one. Windwall Magma Bass. Hollow Bones is going to be weird. Hollow Bones is going to be freaking weird, but we're going to see how that feels. Magma Mass is great damage output. Wind Wall is great protection. Though Hollow Bones, as I said, gonna be weird. Oof. Make sure to die a couple extra times because I'm still not done transcribing this. Don't worry, I got you. I got you covered, bro. I got you covered. Da 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 da. Just slowly wander our way down. I'd like to be put down, please. I'd like to be put down so I can actually attack you from the ground level. I thought I hit the ground, so I didn't realize I double jumped. I didn't single jump. Yep, Hollow Bones was an issue there. With Hermes Boots, could the bottom be safe? Never thought about that. I think there would be places where the bottom is safe. I'd have to check, though. If I had Hermes Boots, I didn't notice. I was too focused on the fight. Oh well. Turns out we can get worse. Turns out I could just be having an off day, and things could get worse. Because yeah, I had a run that was pretty bad luck. This one was just pretty bad play. Yeah, it seems like there's actually a spot on the spikes that is just completely safe until the third eye pops out. Well, okay, when these guys come at ya, I guess can't be completely safe. Hollow Bones messing up my timings. That moment where you lose control is the most dangerous moment of this run, I swear. The most dangerous moment of the boss fight is always as it splits. Let me on the ground, I want my double jump back. Thank you. Okay, you... Well, I always hate when you can see your kick flying out. Like, you can see your kick hitting the target as you die. That's always the most infuriating deaths. He even has hypercoagulation. He even has... We're trying it. Vibes, get your happy face on. We have a hypercoagulation ranger. How can I not pick hypercoagulation? Thanks for paying out the time, dude. Appreciate it. Well, here's an additional padding. Warping to the wrong spot just for you. Alright. Oof. That was actually really nice. Too bad I'm like having trouble finding any other time to attack. Assuming that's not gonna eat up those projectiles. There we are. Feels good. No longer feels good. Get me out of here. Get me out. Definitely slow. As you can see, the lack of damage output definitely is affecting me. But the platform just doing its job. We are. Hello. Just watching some RL. Yeah, this is the final boss. This is the most recent update. And my character is currently a little weak is the main issue. Yeah, the platform doesn't exactly pan out so well when I have 3 eyeballs that are attacking me. Oh, God. Yeah, the fact that nothing like seems to stop those projectiles is really troublesome. Nothing but wind wall. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I can't even find time to make a single attack, it feels like. Ranger just feels so safe. Ranger's good class all around. Debatable. I hope they don't nerf it. Yeah, triple blue is definitely the hardest thing to deal with. Because it's just... navigating to safety is so much harder when you have to be careful when you touch the ground and you only have 1 secondary jump and all that. It's no good if you don't have any strength, as we just saw. Yep, I basically had to rely on the Ivy can. Well, here's the thing. It's just I never found an opportunity to attack. When this 3rd eye popped open, I never had an opportunity to attack. Oh, I thought I was hit there. Alright, there's my first hit. Hopefully my last. Despite the low strength, Barbarian was still the pick, because I'm just so confident with the Barbarian spin attacks. Plus 30 minutes. Plus 30 minutes. Almost hitless. Is Barb Spin the only attack that doesn't give mana on hit? Yes. And that's the weird thing. That's what makes it so weird. I think the uppercut from the Pugilist might not, but that's all I can think of. Alright, get this out of my face. Alright. So, Sire, now that we are done with the speed run, even with all the extra time, I'm still not all the way done. That's okay. That's okay. Oof. So let's start with this. So you want the, do you want the lore? Do you want me to get the lore for the scars right now, or do you just want me to, go into the castle, basically? Go beat Lamech and such? Alright, well, I'm just gonna chill, kind of. I'm gonna rename the stream info slightly. Speedrun, lore briefing and chill. Renamed the run. There you are. Oof. Well. We keep moving. And so if I find a book, I can at least read the lore to the other viewers. Get out of my face. Problem is with this thing, I actually went with a intelligence-based build. So when I play a character with like bad uses for intelligence, it ends up costing me. And I just don't know what I'm supposed to do in this swarm situation. All right, that's okay. We're a little health behind. Just didn't exactly know what I was doing. That's okay. All right. Oxthemia. I mean, money. Alright, got nothing significant. Alright. Whew. Sire Bellum, would you like me to start doing the scar descriptions? Would that help you? You just tell me what... You know what? Sire, I'm gonna just chill and do my runs, just like I'm just playing the game casually. And then you tell me when you need me to go do some lore stuff, alright? So I'm waiting for your signal to say, alright, I need you to go get this lore book for me. I need your opinion here. That sort of stuff. Oof. Scar descriptions, I have them. Scar memories, I do not. Alright, yeah, I'll get those and I'll get those on my next death. Alright. So, yeah, I'll take care of those on my next death. I don't need reminding for that. Oof. I'll put off these last journals for the time being. Well, actually, no. How about I go through the tower entries with the viewer so they can get a sense. So, to get a general sense of what Irad does, the general story is that he can't sleep. So, ever since the rebellion, General Irad was unable to sleep at all. And you know, that basically he then has a therapist that basically tells him to start making a journal. The therapist is, as it's revealed later, is a person who's made by basically, Enoch. Enoch basically hired the therapist to make sure to try to get into Irad's mind and get a sense of where we need to go, how we could leave the area, that sort of stuff. Kind of double-crossing him to an extent. He does put an estuary above Simple Man. Let's see. He goes into the description of what estuary is. We are not the same class of creature. The pressures that would bring him to his knees won't so much as cause me to sweat. He does not understand how much work it takes to rule a kingdom. My subconscious is pure, and my mind is sharp. Despite 8 sleepless days, I'm still more astute than he'll ever be. So, Leto... So, there's a bunch of stuff like personal pages. Speak to Esther Enoch about the Worsey ash clouds. That's fine. Trawling the Gihon Reservoir. So the Gihon Reservoir, I think, is a place that we didn't talk about. They didn't drown this place. This isn't the Fish and Dry Lake. This is where they get their water. Huh. Alright. So here's the thing about Esteri Tubal. Esteri Tubal fled to the mines and sealed them off when the rebellion started. I will find him and drag him out personally. So Tubal is the one down in the Fish and Dry Lakes. Alright, that's good to know. Hi, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Freak State. Happy Thursday. There are 8 IRAD entries, so it's going to take you a while, Cyberbellum. It's going to take you a while. So in case you're wondering, Freak State, we just did one speedrun today. We are focusing the rest of this on doing lore and helping Cyberbellum finish up all his lore pieces he needs. Alright. So... Okay, hold up. So, the Fish and Dry Lake excursion... Yeah, let me check to make sure. There's 7. There's 7, not 8. Okay. So, Esteri Tubal fled... So, Esteri Tubal notes this is 25 days since the rebellion. And now he notes... formulate party for the Fish and Dry Lake excursion. So, Tubal went to the mines and sealed them off when the rebellion started. I will find him and drag him out personally. A rebel man is a valuable man, and Tubal's dereliction of duty will not go unpunished. Alright. Oof. That makes sense. There's a surprising amount of lore. Yep. So, worth noting, sire, Tubal is the one is going to be our last estuary. That's the one, down in the mines. You got me the Steam shared files. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whew. Here we are. 35 days since the rebellion. After 5 days of searching, I'm more curious about Esteri Tubal. Actually, let me do my general lore thing. Biblical names. Tubal Cain. Let me just Google this. Tubal's named after him? Title: an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron. Let's see. Oh yeah, he was the first blacksmith. He's the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. Try to figure out. So that's his title, but what does the name Tubal Cain mean? Literally means Cain's spices, deriving from the word tublin. So, yeah, his name literally means spices, but the important notes is that biblically, he was instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron. Of his time, of course. Tubal Cain did not live forever. None of Cain's children lived forever. Oof. Tubal seems like his sense of time is off, or is that just me? So first off, this isn't Tubal. This is Irad. This is Irad's notes. Tubal is the person he's talking about. It is possible that his sense of time is off. I will not be surprised because Lambrodroid, in the lore, it's very much defined that these people live for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Of course, they call it the gift of life, whether that's the gift of immortality or just old biblical people lived for the oldest person biblically was like 996 years. Whichever one that is, we do not know. So if time is off, possible. After 5 days of searching, no sign of Estuary Tubal can be found. I think it's safe to presume that he has perished. Perhaps he succumbed to the Black Root or was swept away by the Stygian waters. Either way, he is no longer my concern. His death warrants more ceremony, but I do not have the time for such banalities. There are more pressing matters that demand my attention, and I'm having more and more trouble keeping track of the day. I've already missed a couple appointments with Philosopher New, due to the miasma of the mind. Besides to having a personal page create lists, and issue me constant reminders of my daily tasks. That's weird. Okay. We start... Here is a phrase. The dragon has fallen ill and causing the ash cloud epidemic. We'll need to find a way to nurse it back to health. Tubal is apparently... Yeah, he's a crafter. So, yeah, install more of Tubal's saws to combat the black roots in the caves. Install saws in the tower? They work quite well. Which... Yeah, so in case you're wondering, the saws that you saw in the tower, we know for a fact are going to be in the caves. Any place that doesn't have those vines, they replace it with the saws, which is kind of funny lore-wise. Alright. The dragon has caused the ash cloud. Okay, so next I'm going to explore, I'm just going to focus. We will, like, all the notes will be copied out. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think Cerebellum has that taken care of. I'm doing the mental lore. I'm trying to get what Tubal Cain means. What is this dragon that they talk of? In your own words... Okay, here's another good lore. In your own words, what is an estuary? An estuary is a soldier chosen by our blessed father, the immortal King, to enact his will. All souls belong to our King, and we give our lives gladly to extend his own. An estuary partakes of the King's flesh, becoming internally bound to his will. To serve him is to serve ourselves. To become an estuary is to have the highest honor, for it is given only to the deserving, and I am most deserving. I earn my place thrice over. Once as his general, for conquering the world, once as his miracle, for capturing the dragon, and once again as a leader, for ruling this kingdom of Genesis. Alright, let's get into some lore with that. So, Cain, if you know the story of Cain, he is the first man, Cain is the first son of Adam and Eve, and the man who killed Adam. So, if he conquered the world, generally, biblically, Bible-wise, all of Cain's descendants were wiped out during the story of Noah's Ark. When he flooded the earth, they were not of the Ark. So when that happened, Cain's story ended. But in this case, they're saying that they have conquered a world. Yeah, we now have a name for the kingdom of Genesis. And from the implications, and I remember you did this, Cerebellum, you actually noted that Gartha, Axis Mundi, all of them imply are stories of kingdoms in the center of the earth, and we know that there isn't... I think it just earned his place thrice over. Yeah, anyways. Oh, are you saying each of his eyes? One is a general, one's a miracle, one's a leader? Anyways, what I was getting at is... given the story, either lore-wise this happens before Noah's flooding, or because obviously this is a game, it could play with the lore as it wants. This is where Cain took over, where after Abel was killed, that Adam and Eve never had a third son. That would make Cain the ruler of the world to an extent. Yeah. if you look at Genesis 4, that is the story of Cain. But a lot of people have done deeper dives into Cain and his story. I don't think they're going to go too deep into the Bible. I mean, they have Charon. They have Chiron, of all people. They have the Greek ferryman of death. So, I think they're just using the story of Cain specifically. Like, the Bible is very nice as a resource, but I don't think we just take the Bible as the word. If it says this is what the lore is based off of. I don't think we do that. It's their variation of the lore with a greater focus on Genesis 4. So it's worth noting, they conquered the world. They conquered the world. It was noted, if you read the story of Noah, that he was the last pure soul. In other words, as his general, they conquered everyone except Noah's family. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if this could be prior to Noah, and like maybe, as I said, if Adam and Eve never had their third child, then Noah wouldn't exist, sort of thing. No idea. No idea. I'm also interested in this dragon, because the dragon is... Because right here, the dragon is sick. And is causing the ash cloud epidemic. So the dragon's sickness is what's causing the ash clouds. Alright? He caught the dragon. At this point, his thoughts are much more thin. So he's just doing a bunch of stuff. Where do you reside, tower? Interesting. He notes that where does the bell reside? Garden. Where does the real bell reside? Top of tower. Huh. So why does he leave it? Why does he hide the fact that he puts in the garden? Then this is where we learn about the bell being run. And so here is my favorite theme. This is where I felt victory points. I implied that Enoch, that the poison was stolen by Jay. Restart Tubal's automatons. Yes. So, note Tubal also made the saws. So, wait, his automatons. You're right. Have we ever encountered any machine enemies? I think every enemy has been a Stygian. Not perhaps the mechanical Stygian, the stuff like the crossbow turrets, the sentries. Maybe those are his automatons. What in the world is the bell? Such a critical part of the entire freaking story. I don't understand it. Oh. Study. Okay, hold up. Estuary Mahuduel also died in the Nibiru deep mines. Wait, hold up. I'm just trying to check something. The mines are assumed to be, the Nibiru mines are assumed to be under the Fish and Dry Lake. Estuary Tubal hid there. And Estuary Mahuduel died there. Gihon Reservoir. Also, he drained Fish and Dry Lake into the... He drained it into the reservoir where they were drinking. They drained it into the reservoir they were drinking. That sounds like they poisoned themselves. So here, somewhere in here is where he talks about the bell. Give me a sec. Yeah, perhaps the fact that he has to restart them is why they don't see them. That, or... Yeah, who knows? It could just... We could find automatons as a void beast down at the bottom. Or it could just be all the, like, sentries and stuff are as automatons. Alright. I'm just reading this. I'm trying to find where it talks about the, the bell. Alright. So I think... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to New Game Plus 1, because I actually have the damage output to do New Game Plus 1. As you might have noticed, at level 127, I'm not the most capable yet. To figure this stuff out, you absolutely must view all of the information at once, which is a tall order, because otherwise certain things you wouldn't see, you just won't see. Yep. Alright. I think the bell must be in his memory. So I'm going to go find Enoch's hidden memory so I could show you it. Because I know Enoch talks about the bell specifically. But the bell is run. Basically, the people are waiting to ring the bell until the garden bears fruit. And until they ring the bell, the Keen will not return and will not bring them to the surface. So that's why the people that want to escape want to ring the bell, and the people that, you know, are loyal won't ring the bell until they come back with something. So, why find it when you have it in the guide? Fair enough. If you want to pull it out of the guide, feel free to pull it out of the guide. I'm pretty sure it gives me something to do with my fingers and to show my viewers. So, 2 birds with 1 stone on my side. If you have it, feel free to pull it out and just... Yeah. Oop. Yeah, it shouldn't be too far, and I was wrong. I can't believe I hit none of them with that. Oof. With a single treasure chest. Alright, found Murmur. Alright. Come to read my memories, have you? Don't be shy. I knew this day would come. I'm leaving this memory because I succumbed to a concoction of my own design. I have made a poison that could kill any being, even more as powerful as an estuary. I don't know who you are or what your ilk, but I pray you understand the nature of this rebellion. The fruit will never grow. But Estuary Irad's loyalty to the King blinds him from the truth. You must kill Estuary Irad, for he guards the Bell of Return, which is your only path of escape. My poison contains the essence of the black roots. It will infect any soul it touches, rotting it from the inside. We were careless, though. Both High Scholar Murmur and I have been infected, and no one else can be trusted. In this box, I've placed the vial. I beseech you, ascend the Sun Tower and poison Estuary Irad. It is the only way. And in case you're wondering, what happens is that it's implied by the last theme that the person who poisoned him is Jay, because only Jay has combat skills like that of Lamech, which is where the Scar descriptions come in, which unfortunately you do not have access to right now, but I'm planning to do for you. But yeah, so we can assume that happened. The goal was to escape. So yeah, then we can also, yeah. So as for the ringing the bell, note that the Bell of Return has been run. Someone rang the bell. The reverberations were so loud they crumbled the top of the Sun Tower, but it was a wake-up call I needed. I've never felt cognizant than I do today. I intercept the soldier that rang the bell. He was very skilled, almost as good as Lamech. In the scar near the entrance, it tells you that Jay has the skills equivalent of Lamech. And then he gets a few cuts on before he fled, and when you read his memory, he does say that he feels a bit ill, which makes me think that he poisoned him. So, his escape doesn't matter. By ringing that bell, he's condemned us all. When the king arrives, he will see his kingdom in ruin, the Tree Baron and rebels running rampant through the halls of the Citadel. He will not look kindly on our failures. I doubt any of us will be spared. I need somewhere safe to think, to really let my thought expand. My old room at the base of the Sun Tower should do the trick. The entrance has been boarded up, and we talked about that. Dude, yeah, no, that's what I thought. I thought that was obvious. I apologize. Yeah, the poison was on the blade. He poisoned Irad when he intercepted him. Sorry, this is one of those things that, like, I just assume, and then I forget that that's using, like, all the terminology stuff. Yeah, that was Jay, and Jay poisoned him when he cut him with the blade. Oof. My apologies for not informing you sooner. Alright. Let's go kick Murmur's butt. Oof. Oh, let's just get a free chest while we're at it, actually. I kind of discovered Jay the other day, so... Oh, you know who Jay is? Or you discovered... I mean, he's always been in the lore books. I honestly would not be surprised if this is a prologue to the actual story, and that this is actually Johannes or something stupid like that. I'm not as surprised as I would expect myself to be if the final boss is just Johannes again, just in a different time frame. We know about the threads. There are different worlds. Leviathan weapon +1. Alright. Note that the Leviathan weapon is given to estuaries. It's like described as soldiers, not as monsters. I don't know that. I just find that as kind of interesting. Feels like it's not what I expected the Leviathan to be. Oh, you'd be surprised if it was... Yeah, no. We also, as I said, Jubal and Jabal are both names of children of Cain. So it's also possible of something like that. I still disagree with the person who said that they think it's Jesus, because there's a redemption factor of Jesus that is not met with the guy. Oof. Alright. Well, we beat Murmur. Ran out of room in the guide. As in, like, it won't let you post any more, and you have to make a second guide? Or... Oh, new section. Alright. Sounds good. Who said it was Jesus? I think it was Alpha Stream when we first noted that the lore was based off Christian literature. Yeah. So I get 20 HP off of a single kill, which is pretty nice. Might help a little bit more up. Whew. There we go. That feels like good health. With a Hyperion's Ring, I'm going to say that's good enough. Stop diddle-dallying. Let's go into the room for some more gold chests. And we get a boss fight. Awesome. Beautiful. This is the longest guide I've ever seen, so I wouldn't be surprised if I ran out of guide space entirely. Got kite him. I think he does the same chase pattern of the wisps. I think they're reusing that asset, the AI asset, for this and the wisps. I struggle so hard with this mini-boss. Yeah, I don't get to play the mini-bosses often, so it's rare that I get that. But, yeah, it just seemed like that was the trick. You just gotta keep your distance properly. Definitely it was something I kind of adapted to at the same time, but it's the same AI as the Wisp enemies. So, Once I figured that out, it became a lot easier. Oof. Meat, that's good. Void Ball. 20 HP per man. Just leaving speedruns and gaining health from killing enemies. It's such a game changer. It's such a game changer. There we are. Oof. Don't want the worst shield. As far as I care, that's the worst shield between the two. There we are. Oh my gosh. So many ways I could have dodged that, and I did none of it. Whew. Are we to assume Jay is dead? If he's not dead, so he did not die. We know from the theme with Lamech that he did not die. He made a promise with Lamech. He told him everything about the rebellion, and Lamech did not kill him. So we know Jay was alive. We know he was able to escape Estuary Irad. I'm assuming he's in the garden. I'm assuming Jay is our final boss. That is my assumption, but we have no evidence of that, of course, until we're actually done with that. Yep. We already read that. I do believe everything tells me that Jay had the vial. Do we know who Z is? No. I'm gonna break that door to get through. Alright, no jumping. There we are. How do we know he escaped Irad? Because he's... Having Jay as the final boss would be silly and I'd be disappointed. I mean, if Jay has no connection to the rest of the estuaries, then I could see the disappointment. But Jay has been a character since the beginning. And, how do I explain it? How do we know he escaped Irad? Because if you read Irad's memories, we know a man rat. You know, he talks about how a rat told him about the coming invasion. And we know that Jay, in his lore, in the intro, admits that he actually was the one who told Lamech. So is Z, but that doesn't make her a final boss. The difference... So I thought... I see where your complaints are coming from. Jay was alive before the rebellion? Yes, we all know, but the memory was after the rebellion. We know he survived the rebellion. He was not killed during it. Z, I believe, was someone he demanded that Lamech spare, which I'm not sure how that came to be, because I believe the last memory we have with Z is her, the last memory we have with Z is her, saying that we have to enter Lamech's challenge, so there's reason to believe that Z may have been caught across all the fighting and perished herself, but again, we don't have evidence here, unfortunately, as you've been noting. Oof. I thought I knocked them off the platform, so I just didn't even care. I'm pretty sure Irad killed Jay. Okay, so first off, we know that there was a person who poisoned him, and his skill was like Lamek's, correct? So let me break down why Irad didn't. So let me go through it. But first, let me level up my castle, because we're here right now. I'm trying to think, is there anything I want? Oh! Maybe 100 years from now, that sword will be a really big spoon. Well, I'm not holding a sword or a spoon. Words go through the same transformative process. They absorb new meanings as they are used in common parlance. They often become something entirely different. I don't know why I'm acting like I knew this. I'm just spinning out what the totem told me. Alright. So, let me actually go click on that lore page that you gave us. So let me copy that and put that in my YouTube so I can, or in my Steam. So, as for who poisoned Irad, so let me get to the point where we talk about Irad. Let's get Sun Tower lore. So it's the last one in Sun Tower lore. Okay, so that's still being ran down. Let's see. So unfortunately, it turns out we still have some stuff that needs to be written down. But it does say that the person who poisoned him was the person... Yeah, Suntower Lore 2, that's the memory. So, he tries to condemn Mick. I go, I feel my insomnia. Yeah. Hopefully my armor will heal as well. These scratches that Rebel gave me have been itching all day. So, we do know he was poisoned by the Rebel who caught him. And it does say that the Rebel had skills much like Irad. So now, with that, let me enter Two Masters and read you the scar. Lamek's prodigy is dangerous. He will soon surpass his teacher. That type of power cannot be trusted. So this is a person with a skill like Lamek. This is the person that Irad was talking about. A person with a skill like Lamek. Lamek's prodigy. Z got him on our side. But Jay is still Citadel born. Still a master's lapdog. He turned once, he'll turn again. Jay is the person with a skill like Lamek. Jay is Lamek's prodigy. He was unable to stop them. Yeah. So Irad was unable to stop them. And he was going to condemn everyone's sacrifices. I don't think people are not... Yeah, people were not sacrificed. As far as I can tell, that's Jay. That is... Jay survived. I think... So here's my guess. In that last memory, he said he's going to sleep before he enacts his plan. I think by the time he woke up, he was already corrupted. That is my guess. In that case, I suppose Jay lives. Yep, that's my understanding. I will not deny I could be wrong. Also, I'm pretty sure I just donated every last cent of my gold instead of spending any of it. Oh well, we'll just make more money with his pacifist. I don't know what Lamek's skill BS you were talking about, and how that had anything to do with Irad, but I eventually found the passage in the notes that said he couldn't win. If you read the numbers, let's see, does this? No, this just tells you the memory. If you read Irad's memory, or the journal entry number 7, if you read journal entry number 7, he does say that the person that escaped, the person who rung the bell, the person that poisoned him, had skill like Lamek. His combat skill was like that of Lamek's. That's where I'm getting that. Um... Oof. Beautiful. I didn't realize I also had ostenogenesis. Okay, that really isn't helpful, but I agree. Alright. So what do you need help with right now? Do you just need to finish your notes, or is there something specific you need help with right now? How much till I... Alright, I'm just going to give this gold to Sharon for now. I've got a good feeling about today, stranger. You're looking like you're full of vigor. I'm looking like I'm full of pizza. And the weather's looking like it always does. Alright. Ducky, those runes are just a taste. If you want the good stuff, you have to give me the good stuff. By good stuff, for me, I'm talking about Red Aether. It'll help me live forever. And good stuff for you, I'm just talking about stacking duplicate runes. Alright, hold up. Red Aether helps you live forever? Red Aether helps you live forever? Huh. Huh. I guess I can just do the scars myself. Well, okay, do you want... Here. So here's the first scar. I did not realize that that's how you live together. The architect mentioned it? Alright, well, I did not read the... I do not have the architect's notices just yet. So, as for the scars, here's the first scar. This is the scar over in front of the golden doors. Yeah, how else are you always there? I knew they were alive. I didn't know it was Red Aether specifically keeping them alive. That's why I did not understand. So here is the first scar. Lamech's prodigy is dangerous. He will soon surpass his teacher. That type of power cannot be trusted. This is the scar in front of the golden doors. Alright? Z got him onto our side. But J is still Citadel born. Still a master's lapdog. He churned once, he'll churn again. That's that scar. Yeah, okay, so the next scar... This is the one over in the Kirkwellen Plateau. Where is it? Here's the scar. This is by someone named Eupraxia. This plan of his is all wrong. Why do we put so much trust in Jay? He may have built the bridge, but he was the one that scheduled it in the first place. He wants to trap them in a corner and take them all down at once. But we've seen how powerful the estuaries can be. When they work together, they conquered entire kingdoms. We need to take them down one by one. This is a mistake. His interests are only in Z, not us. So that's the next memory. Closed space. This is the one hidden inside the Stygian study. This is... Yeah. I think I'll just have to copy these later. Oh, you have all the scars yourself. Alright. So, except for the Neuropraxis. Except Neuropraxis. Alright, let's get Neuropraxis for you real fast. Pull it to the cheek. So this is Demetrius. Pull it to the cheek, both eyes open, square your stance, breathe out while releasing, eyes on the target, readjust for wind, don't look down on when redrawing. Too slow, do it faster, faster, faster! It's too much. I can't keep up. Gregor is going to fail me again. I'll never be good enough to join. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a person talking about that. So the way you get to this memory, you have to have dwarfism and go to the pizza place. It's just NPC dialogue. Yep. Basically. Oof. So, it looks like for my time frame, it's usually this is about the time where I'm finished. And I'm just curious if you want me to do something else before I move to my next game. There we are. Get my resolve back. But yeah, is there anything else you need, sire? Because, you know, I'll do this one life, and then I'm going to close up the game unless you need something specific, sire. I'm more than happy to help you outside of this stream, which in theory I can grind out by retiring a bunch. Oh, so you just need, like, oh, the pizza girl and, like, the architect's dialogue and such. Alright. I could help you with that afterwards. But yeah, not during the stream, unfortunately. During the stream, I can't, like, just grind that out. Oh, gosh darn it. Let's get some gold. Alright. Let's make this quick. Because I'm already ahead. I'm already behind time for moving to the next game. Oh, right. Why did that not stop? I feel like that was just several times where the game itself, the controls were not listening to me. That was really weird. Like, I dashed slightly, and it just kept dashing over to the full distance. Which was really a nuisance. I could definitely do that if I'm, you know, focused for it. I was definitely not focused for it. Alright. Tiny Death Dwarf. Tiny Death Dwarf. We'll go with that. Oop. Fix unfitting stain, mortal. Have you heard that stain? It means to be fixed and finished. Gotta kill Mech Prime real quick. I believe it said that those have augmented their bodies with superior technology. Yes, this is the only logical explanation for this saying. This saying pleases me. Oof. Yep, famous last words. Did you know that Esther Lemek's pioneered most fighting styles we use today? He mastered the sword, the axe, the spear, and many more cool things. He's my hero. I bet he's a great guy. I mean, I've never met him, but someone who knows that much about weapons can't be a bad guy. Alright. Well, sire, if there's anything specific you want my help with, I think we'll have to whisper this, because I don't know what I can do from in-game like this. I think we can find some time off the game, off the stream, that I can do that, but not while I'm in-game. I can't think of anything I can do. Like, as you were saying, it was better off if we just listened to if I just read the book that you posted, instead of playing the game to try to find it. So, I think at least with that section, I'm going to be moving on to the next thing I do for the stream. I'm going to move over to my next game. So, I'm going to so everyone... Okay, it stopped being blurry. I'm going to refill my water, and then we're going to get to Magic the Gathering. If you're just here for Rogue Legacy 2, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you're staying around, I'll be back in 5 minutes. See you guys later. Funnily enough, by the time you got the chance to do the lore for me, I had already done it. If you want done right and fast, you should just do it yourself. Understood, man. Understood. Alright. Well, I'm going to move over to Strixhaven Drafts. Sorry if I couldn't help you as much as I wish I could have. If you do need help in the future, obviously, you can let me know. I'm more than happy to help where I can. But, yeah, I think the main issue... Yeah, thanks for hating, exactly. We got an update for Magic the Gathering. It's going to be a bit of a long one. Alright. Yeah, thanks for hating. Don't worry, I got you. Yeah, you could probably hear my computer whirring very loudly because I has to load this update. Yep. One of the main things is because I'm streaming, I have to take consideration of the viewer's experience. And just kind of talking about lore with no visual component feels like, I don't know, it feels too minimal for me to feel good with that kind of experience. So, I just kind of felt the necessity to keep improving, and yeah, might have just not been the best thing for what you were looking for, you know? Come on, capture the game. Capture the game. I'm playing around with the game. You should be able to capture it. Alright. Game capture, what's wrong? Let's capture a specific window. Okay, let's move to... Yeah, let's capture a specific window. Window MTGA. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna exit the game and re-enter. Let's move the game capture back to auto. Huh. This is just working really well. Weird. This is just doing some really weird stuff. That's all. Oof. There it goes. There it goes. Hey. We actually have the game visible. Oh. An estuary partakes of the king's flesh, becoming internally bound to his will. I'm trying to think what the meaning of that is. We do know that, basically with the whole, like, Jesus, he talks about, like, you're partaking of my flesh and my blood. It's kind of like a metaphorical definition. I wonder if they're saying Cain tried to do a similar thing. But I'm thinking that phrase, the estuary partakes of the king's flesh, becoming eternally bound to his will. I have a feeling there is more metaphor there than it first lets on. Just realized there's 8 dense lore books this update, which is nice. That is nice. Alright, well, continuing on. Back to what I... Remove the question of the day. We are focusing on... Magic the Gathering has enough that it needs to focus on. Alright, so, we have done 3 drafts so far. And in every single draft, we went 7 wins, 1 loss. Which is pretty amazing. Let's hope this streak keeps up. I have... Some of these I don't know what I'm doing. Some of these I'm getting lucky. Nonetheless, we are somehow figuring it out. So, we just keep going. Let's bleed this luck dry. And thus we will get 0-3. It's like, well, I bled out. What I deserve. Alright. Keep moving. Oop, don't have all my setup perfectly ready. And we have that one person. There they come. Awesome. Alright. Ecological appreciation. Library and graveyard draw up to 4 creature cards with different names with each mana value X or less and reveal them. I just don't... You have to have a specifically designed deck for that to be good. So we have Lightning Bolt, Wormhole Serpent. I think it's just Lightning Bolt. Like, nothing here is really insane. Rise of Exodus might be nice. Brilliant Books might be nice. But Lightning Bolt, it's 1 mana, deal 3 damage. And it even has face damage potential. We don't have many multicolored. So if we see a Rise and an Infuse with Vitality, that will tell us that those colors could be more open. But really, other than that, not really. We're pretty monocolored in our concept, so pretty solid. We're hoping if Lightning Bolts ends up being our direction, Burying Books is probably the next card we'll want to grab with a Prismari Campus. Yeah, we'll find some good red if that's the path that we take. Let's see, Witherbloom Command, one of the worst commands for limited. I love speculating on Creative Outburst. Again, 3 damage to the face if we need it, 5 damage to the face if we need it. That's good. We could end up getting back a Serpentine Curve. That could be a theme. Strategic planning, I don't think is going to make its way around. Worth noting, on pick 10, we're going to get a lot of white cards, and that doesn't mean white is open. We're going to get some black cards, that doesn't mean black is open. We're hoping to get Expand Mapney, I don't think will last, but Clockwork Archivist might, which is nice. That is nice. But I'm going with a Creative Outburst. I like speculating into a powerful card that could win us the game, which Creative Outburst often is. If I didn't go Creative Outburst, I might go hunt for Specimens. Yeah, I think that would be the other pick, and I just like Creative that much more. D-Spark. Exile target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. Symmetry Sage, not really that good. It's just you need too much Magecraft for it to work. And having 0 attack when you don't have Magecraft is really bad. So if we want to keep going red-blue, all we would have is Prismari Pledge Mage or Sudden Breakthrough. So we're going to actually speculate to another color then. The question is, I think I want to speculate into a monocolor, not a dual color. So I'm going to speculate into Combat Professor. Luckily, these last few are less dense due to Irad going insane. Yep. The lore of Rogue Legacy 2 is deep. Alright. So yeah, D-Spark would be good. But the thing is, it looks like we might be going red, and picking the mono white means we could still go Lorehold instead of, we could put this in a Lorehold deck instead of just a Silver Quill deck. Alright. Introduction Prophecy is pretty good. Heated Debate. Okay. Pick 4 Heated Debate is pretty darn nice. It seems like red is somewhat viable. Somewhat viable. We won't know until we get our pick 9 and see red still available. But Heated Debate is very strong. I think we're happy with it every time. Introduction to Prophecy is a nice lesson, but we can't guarantee lessons right now, I think. Oh my gosh. Yep, red is open enough. And I was happy with our last, basically mono-red deck. Igneous Inspiration can go face, Lightning Bolt can go face, Creative Outburst can go face. We have 11 face damage in our deck. Reconstruct History isn't even that bad, but we would need cards for Reconstruct History to work, so we are an Elemental Mastery pick 6. Yeah, I think we are going to end up being Prismari this time, and I am happy with Prismari. I am happy with Prismari. Do I want an Expanded Anatomy or an Elemental Masterpiece is the question. With Creative Outburst, I'm not even sure if we'll need multiple of those, but we will want some lessons. I do know that. I'm going to grab one Elemental Masterpiece, I think. Or an Arcane Subtraction. Arcane Subtraction is not bad either, but this is a win condition, and we need to make sure we can guarantee we have a win condition. Alright. Blade General, not really worth. I'm just going to go with Prismari Campus. I think that's the solid pick. We might splash white, but I think Prismari has seemed pretty solidly open. So I think that's the path we're aiming towards. And this opposes me. Alright, Fairy's Protection, first day of class. So it's the question of, do I want to Ogiar Battleseer instead? Or speculate? Do I still want to speculate? Or do I just want to play Ogier Battleseer, keep myself consistently strong? Yeah, first day of class is just really hard. I mean, I could on, like, heavy mana, first day into Elemental Mastery. Peace. I wasn't picking the black one. I was not about to pick the Mage Hunter. Mage Hunter slot would actually have been good. I think black's out of my speculation. Prismari Campus is good. So do I think here, yeah, I do like Stonerise Spirit. The ability to give creatures flying is really strong. But I think it's either strategic planning, get myself the cards I need, or it's expanded anatomy, get myself a lesson for the heated debate. Currently, we have one creature, and that's the creature that's probably getting cut. So it's just strategic planning or expand anatomy. I'll get the expand anatomy. Alright. Of these options, I actually like Sun Breakthrough more. I like the combat trick more than the 2/2 creature, honestly. If I'm picking one or the other. Soothsayer Adept is... I think it's better than Ogier Battleseer. Just, it helps stop in the early game and does stuff in the late game. Another first day of class. Or Clockwork has Reach, so yeah, I'm happy with that being auto-selected. Thrill of Possibility did not disappoint last time I tried it. I'm happy to see it again. Resculpt, playable, but probably sideboarded. Oh my gosh, are we getting the same deck as our second draft? Like, Retriever Phoenix is awesome. Makes the first day of class better. Like, oh, this is a good card. And Retriever Phoenix also means our other things are better. Alright. Increasing Vengeance is actually pretty good. Allows us to duplicate a spell. So it's a duplicate, and then it flashes back for even more duplication. Like, yeah, I think Increasing Vengeance is either that or Expressive Iteration. Which one is more in my position? I think this just helps us get to our win conditions, where this just helps us win more. I think I want to get to my win conditions first. But if I could get Increasing Vengeance, that would be great. If we don't, we still have Elemental Masterpiece and Spirit Summoning we can find in this pack. So this is still going to be a good pack for us. I'm going to slide that Combat Professor out for now. Okay. Do I pick the Elemental Summoning? I think this is where the Elemental Summoning is strong enough we just sideboard that in now. We get that into our sideboard ASAP. Oof. I like the art for the Creative Outburst more. Okay, it's not letting me change the art. That's fine. Stone Rain? I could go Return Past Caller, but I think we already have a win condition. So it's just Stone Rain or Pigment Storm. Which one is more important? I think I go with Pigment Storm. Yeah. Stone Rain's not bad at all, though. Whew. You gotta go, Sirebellum? See you later, man. Yeah, I'm going with Pigment Storm because Stone Rain, there are points where we just have too many lands on both sides. I don't want to be stuck with that. Alright, Enthusiastic Study's pretty nice, but I think we just want the quality lessons. We have Expand Anatomy, Elemental Summoning. Teaching of the Archaeox is an amazing lesson, and it fits our deck. And with Retriever Phoenix, we want as many learn cards as we possibly can get, basically. So Arcane Subtraction, Whirlwind Denial, or Enthusiastic Study. I like Enthusiastic Study over the Arcane Subtraction, but it's the question of the Whirlwind Denial or the Enthusiastic Study. How much do I like Whirlwind Denial? Is the question. Because I kind of like Whirlwind Denial. Yeah, we only have 3 creatures, so I'm going to go with Whirlwind Denial first. Claim the Firstborn, just really not good in limited formats. Pop Quiz, as I said, every learn is a good card for us right now. I will be needing more creatures soon. I will be needing more creatures, won't deny that. Culmination of Studies, we already saw a person kill himself with it. I'm not interested in killing myself. So first day of class or pop quiz? First day of class is actually really good with Retreater for Phoenix, but I think the pop quiz just... It allows us to hold up 3 mana for the Whirlwind Denial and the Heated Debate. So I'm going to go with a pop quiz first. Our win condition is just kind of outvalue our opponent to an extent. 3 pop quizzes in a row. That might be too many pop quizzes. But yeah, we now want as many lessons as possible, basically. So Spirit Summoning's a great lesson. Alright. Make your mark as playable. Biblioplex Assistant. I think we actually need creatures, so and this will allow us to bring back our creative outburst and such. So I'm okay with that. Enthusiastic Study is a learn. At this point, I think Arcane Subtraction, just for the variety in learn cards. Stonerise Spirit. Alright. Exile the top X cards of your library, then put a study counter on each of them. Then you may put a card you own in exile with a study counter on it into your hand. Because that's all it is. It's a 4-mana 3/3 with that ability. Do I want that? Do I want a 4-mana 3/3 flyer? Is that... I think that's a solid enough body. We are way too low on creatures right now. So either Tome Shredder or... Yeah. I think we definitely want our creatures where you can get creatures right now. We have enough playables, and we just don't have enough creatures. So... Yeah. Grabbing that as for its other side. Silver Quill Command. Yeah, we're just not getting any blue or red creatures. Well, of course, blue and red doesn't have too many creatures, but... If I splash in a color, it is white. Just flat out. If I splash in a color, it will only be one color, and that color is white. Did I pick Pilgrim of Ages just because if I splash white, it does it well? Yeah, I don't think I'm playing more Enthusiastic Studies. I don't think I'm playing more Enthusiastic Studies. I'll play one. Alright. Explosive Welcome, Fuming Energy. So, Tome Shredder or Lorehold Pledge Mage? Lorehold Pledge Mage definitely likes the buffs, the surprise actions. Tome Shredder definitely likes all the spells in our grave, though. I'm going with the Pledge Mage first. Vortex Runner does get unblockable eventually. Tome Shredder, I think, uses our spells better. Alright, and we're going to be cutting out cards at this point. So, and since Compulsive Research, though, just so good. Just draws you a bunch of cards, then you just discard a land. Burying Books, also great. Alright. This is a deck where Spell Satchel would be good. It actually gives us the mana to get to our big, scary cards. And it draws us cards otherwise. But I don't want 2 Spell Satchels. I'd rather have an extra elemental summoning. Another pop quiz. No, we have 3 pop quizzes, don't we? Yeah, I'd rather have Infuriate then. Something to just, like, blow them out for very cheap. We are going to have to figure out what cards to cut, because we have a lot of good cards. I think Sun Breakthrough is getting cut. We have 7 creatures. Alright. Pilgrim of the Ages in case I want to splash white. We have seen every card still left. We have way too many 3-drops, so we're going to probably drop at least one of the pop quizzes. Seven creatures. Yep. Tome Shredder. You have your day. Now we have enough creatures, I think. Do I want a Vortex Runner or another Biblioplex Assistant to play our big scary spells? I think our spells are so big and scary, we actually want the Biblioplex. Yeah, none of these really are gonna see our deck, so. There we go. Alright. Whew. So we have some good lessons. We have... Yeah. So in lessons we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for learn cards, we have... Yeah, and I would say 6, with Retreating Phoenix is a repeat one. But we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 learns. Alright. I'd want... This is just a 4-mana 3/3 with a big mana sink, so if I remove that, we still have 5 other cards we have to remove. I think the Clockwork Archivist just doesn't work, isn't what this deck wants. We have enough flyers, even though they're small flyers. We have 7 creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are our creatures. We're not removing our creatures. That's a certainty. Teach by Example is actually really strong in this deck, so I might want to keep that. Compulsive Research, it's great card draw. Looking at our curve, it just very much says that what we're removing is some 3-drops. I'll remove 1 Enthusiastic Study. I do like the 2 pop quizzes, though. I do like the 2 pop quizzes. I'll move it to 1. I'll move it to 1. Alright. Do I get... I think this Teach by Example is one of those that I pulled. Do I remove a Tome Shredder? Can I handle a deck with no extra Tome Shredders? We do have a Teaching of the Archaics to help us draw cards, as well as 2 elemental summonings and a spirit summoning to help us get creatures. So we have more creatures than this says. Yeah, I think I actually remove a Tome Shredder. Prismari Spell, all shot. Come on. I'm just trying... There we are. Definitely got too many 3-drops. Definitely had an issue where I have too many 3-drops. The 2 Biblioplex Assistants are definitely weird, but I think just because that Biblioplex Assistant could hit us a Berry, could hit us a Masterpiece. Like, there are 4 amazing cards to hit, as well as it could just hit a Pop Quiz, give us a Learn to bring back a Retriever Phoenix. Like, I think it's fine. Alright. Let's try it out. Why does it say it's 5 color? The green is removed. Yeah, there's no green in this deck. The white is just because of a multicolor. Yeah, why does it say it's 4 color? So weird. So weird. Oh well. We're Prismari. Whether or not it tells us we're Prismari. Alright. Let's try it out. Man, Retriever Phoenix just... It felt so good last time we played it. Like, the Biblioplex Assistant seems bad because it's a 4-mana 2/1, but then you realize that the Inkling Summoning is a 3-mana 2/1, and a lot of people say this is one of the better summonings. Then you consider that the ETB effect is sometimes just what you need. And I think it's fine enough. Pillar Drop Warden definitely would have been better. I cannot deny I'm going to have an issue if they start playing like big ol' fractals. I'm going to have to fly over them first. But I think this is an okay deck. But I have a feeling I'm about to eat my words. Opponent goes first. I can keep... All I need to do is draw a single land, and I'm good. There. There we are. Alright, he has a Lorehold Excavation. I have a Lorehold Pledge Mage. And now most of my deck is playable thanks to this Lorehold Pledge Mage. Alright. I'm going to attack, see if he wants to trade, and if he doesn't, then I'll Igneous Inspiration it. Does he do it? Yep, I actually love giving this thing Expanded Anatomy. That sounds amazing. Turn it into a 5/4 or 4-turn with Vigilance. Keep applying pressure, and a lot of it. Whew. Gosh, I really like Lorehold Pledge Mage. Yeah, what do you do? Heated Debate? Heated Debate could help you. If you need Effigy doesn't do much for you, though. 5 mana. It's great. I can Arcane Subtraction one of them. Alright. I think I leave everything up. So I can, if he does nothing, I can pop Quiz and Arcane Subtraction. If he does something, I could Whirlwind Denial and still Arcane Subtraction. Yeah. That's what red does, right? Applies pressure all the time? Not a bad description. Not a bad description. Alright, let's see if he plays a spell with countering. And if not... draw a card. And we'll get a Spirit Summoning. Let's see, this is 6 damage. Hold up. So this is 6, 10, 11, 12. We are 1 damage off lethal. If we want to be. If we... yeah, if we... let's see, if we Spirit Summoning, attack, and he does nothing, we have lethal. This does mean we aren't holding up the Whirlwind Denial, but... darn it. I didn't put my stops in the proper place. That was my fault. And solely my fault. Three. Do I just want a Lightning Bolt now? That's really the question I have. I'm gonna do this, so if I could get a land, I can Creative Outburst next turn. If I want to Creative Outburst. I can still just pay 3 mana, have a Whirlwind Denial, and a Tome Shredder ready. Alright. I'm going to attack with both, see how he responds. If he doesn't block at all. Alright. There we are. Doing good. Doing very solid. Alright. All the pressure. Yep. Lorehold Pledge Mage is really good at applying pressure. Because you can't, Alright. So land, land. Expressive iteration. Hold up a lightning bolts. We always play tap land first. Yeah, we have... Yeah, that's the thing. This deck has... You just have to find your win condition in this format. And Red's win condition is just apply pressure. Pretty... I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory to an extent. They're having trouble deciding whether or not they want to keep their hand. Things are going fine. Things are going good. Things could be going better, but they're going well enough. You can choose to just mulligan. If you don't like what you're holding, please just make your decision, man. Because I'm getting a little tired of waiting. This game has a lot of thought processing. I'd really appreciate it, sir. Or ma'am. Pattermore. I'd really appreciate it, opponents. If I could get back to the thought processing. Let's see. Prismari Campus. Prismari Campus. So you always want to play expressive iteration on turn 3. So that you can put one of the lands in exile. And just play that land. It seems my opponent was just absent. They hit the play and then left. Which I'm okay taking a free win, but please don't do this and then not give me a free win, buddy. Please don't just like come back as this thing's about to rope out. What did I just ask you not to do? Okay, say hi. Glad to know you're alive. You can't remove the Retriever Phoenix is what I want him to remove. He should take the expressive iteration, I think. He might take the lightning bolt. I could see the lightning bolt being taken here. Yep. It's the correct play. Alright, well, he knows my hand, which is kind of upsetting. Alright, if he duresses me, I'm just going to lightning bolt his face, I think. No. I can actually hold the lightning bolt for an actual removal. So I'll just let him duress me. I don't need to deal the 3 damage now. I have Retriever Phoenix. He can't get rid of the Retriever Phoenix, so we're fine. Let him take out the lightning bolts. We're not playing the island. We want to hide the fact that we have an additional island. Do I want... Yeah, let's teach you of their archaics. You want to keep duressing me? Go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead. Alright, 4 to 4. If your opponent has more cards in hand than you draw 2. I just need to play this now, and I'm good. So I will have 3 cards in hand when this resolves. That's the important part. Alright. I can Biblioplex Assistant to bring back the expressive iteration or the teachings of the archaics, whichever one seems more important to me. Do I want to get rid of the Brackish Trudge or the Dina? Don't know. Not yet. Both are good cards that I want to get rid of. Alright. I'm playing that. I have a Heated Debate, I have Infuriate. Which one do I want to Heated Debate is the question. Spell Satchel's card draw. Effectively. Alright. We'll do the Dina, because if I target the Brackish Trudge, he can just sacrifice the Brackish Trudge, turn that into a 5-3. Good on them. I expected some good skill. Yep. That's fine. We are starting to lose the pressure race. But I can manage. Alright. What do I want to bring back? He's at 2 cards in hand, so I think the expressive iteration is just going to be the best. Yep. Alright. I'm more than happy to lose the Baby Little Plex Assistant, stopping the Brackish Trudge. So I block here, and if he sacks it to Dina, I Arcane Subtraction the Dina. Alright, that's fine. When I played MTG for a bit, I tried to play blue. It was the quest tutorial thing I went through. I then played a couple games versus a friend that tried to get me into it as kind of a practice. Alright, so he lost some life to draw a card. Unfortunately, he has to gain life for Brackish Trudge to activate. Do I just Arcane Subtraction to learn? Nah, we have Expressive Iteration. Alright. So first, put 1 into our hand. Alright, I like putting the Whirlwind Denial into our hand. The Compulsive Research, into your library. Let's see, if I play Compulsive Research, I will, thanks to Spell Satchel, have enough to Whirlwind Denial still. So, I'll put the Mountain in my library and the Compulsive Research here. Player draws 3 cards. The discards 2. My very first game versus a real player was versus White in the game, and he played Mono White aggro, I'm assuming. Yep. Alright. Keep it going. Have a Whirlwind Denial if I need it. You just scrying. Yep, that's the thing. A lot of people don't really build too much pressure into their decks. So, like, right now, yeah, he's just scrying. He doesn't really have pressure. I've not played since. Sorry to hear that. Alright, Pest Summoning. I think I will counter the Pest Summoning. Alright, let that happen. I recognize this is causing me some damage. But I want to save the Whirlwind Denial for the Pest Summoning. Which is coming out right now. And then I think I'm pretty sure I can Infuriate and Igneous Inspiration for lethal. Alright. Do I want to Whirlwind Denial that? Nope. Just leave it up for the Pest. Right here. Wait, okay. 1, 2, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Infuriate. I'm 1 mana off from having everything I want. I'm going to Whirlwind Denial just to keep myself safe from the Counter-Strike. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Alright. So... let's see. Pigment Storm Dina, just to get that out of the face. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna, yeah, spend this to create a Tome Shredder and just keep applying pressure. Like this. Put in a weird spot. I'll just stay content in watching others play. Yep, stay content in watching others play. But as long as people can enjoy it, I'm happy. Alright. So usually these decks prevent the maneuvers I pull off because, you know, they life gain to get themselves out of these situations, but I'm not easily life gained out of. Alright, attack. Now I infuriate. Does he have a kill spell? Nope. Alright. Taken care of. And we are now in platinum, I believe. There we go. Very good. Yeah, the Retriever Phoenix is a really good rare. It's a really good rare. It just constantly applies pressure and churns all your learn cards into more pressure. So you could churn value into pressure. Which, yeah. Sometimes you want value, sometimes you want pressure. And now you get it both. As if learn wasn't already good enough. We're facing a diamond rank opponent. Ew. I don't like mulliganing, but I do not like this hand at all. There we are. So I play the Prismari Campus, Mountain Spell Satchel, and then I have an Enthusiastic Study and Infuriate. I might just Enthusiastic Study one of their creatures post-attack, just to get myself the learn effect. Definitely in my sideboard, I have I have elemental summonings, spirit summonings, things of that nature. All right. It feels like it would be a bit desperate, but I do want to see what he does. By the way, this Enthusiastic Study for this deck might just rather be a pop quiz, so I might make that change. Yeah, we're going to let him attack before we Enthusiastic Study. What do you do here? Because if you play nothing, I don't think I play anything. If you play something, I Enthusiastic Study and grab Elemental Summoning. Alright. More Pilgrims. Alright. So we're Enthusiastic Studying. Thunderous Orator. Yep, I know. Because I want to learn. Get myself an Elemental Summoning. And I now use the charge from the Spell Satchel to get a 4/4 in play. And then I can Biblioplex Assistant to get myself another 4/4 if I need it. That feels good. Because, yeah, honestly, just Biblioplex Assistant into an Elemental Summoning sounds fine. Not the best play, but acceptable play. Gets a hold of Infuriate. Much rather have other plays, but this guy has shown himself to be the aggressor. I'm not taking the damage. You get your guys back. That's anti-tempos yourself, playing more Pilgrims. Alright. Do this first to draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, don't need the mountain. I have access to a pop quiz using the Spell Satchel. I have also access to an Infuriate without the Spell Satchel. Alright. You pass the turn. Let him try to swing in. Oh, I now see. Because of Kentorius, he has card advantage. By bringing back Pilgrim, he creates a 3/2. That's why he did the attack he did. I see. I see. Yeah, let's get another Elemental Summoning. Alright. So I could Heed Debate. Get out of my face. I can Heed Debate and still... I could Expressive Iteration, Heed a Debate, and It would use all my mana, definitely, though. Alright. So I'm going to Expressive Iteration first, get myself some card draw. I do want to land from this. So I'm going to put the Berry of Books in hand, the Thrill of Possibility in my library, and the Mountain here. So now I'm going to play the Mountain. We're just going to Heated Debate Quintorius while his shields are down. Alright. And now I have an Infuriate ready. Should he try to pump one of his creatures to kill my 4/4. Because right now, all we have to do is stop his pressure. That's all we need to do. Take out Andre's pressure and we'll be good. It's not this turn anymore. I don't know why it's still showing me that. Yeah, if he attacks with all, I'm okay with that. Kill the one with more power. Next turn, I'll Pigment Storm the Thunderous Orator. Part, deal 3 damage. Unfortunately, my Infuriate is not enough to save me from that. It's okay. We can Elemental Summoning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'd have 2 left over. We can first save class into Elemental Summoning if we want. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have a Berry of Books on the back drop if we need it. Sounds good. Yeah, the Spell Satchel has the charges ready for when I need it. When I need card draw. I have card draw now. So we'll block the Thunderous Orator here, if he attacks. And then we'll see what his buff is. And depending on his buff, we will either bury the Pillar Drop Warden or the Thunderous Orator, depending on how he does this. Nothing. That's so surprising I didn't even bother putting a Burying Books on the stack. We'll be burying that anyways. Puts a Rip Apart in hand. Alright, this one, he's going to Rip Apart the 4/2. I'm just going to Infuriate to prevent the Rip Apart from doing its job. Alright. So I can Retriever Phoenix and learn. And I could just, or I could Biblioplex Assistant, put a Heated Debate on top of my deck. There's a few things I could do. 1, 2. If I tap the 4, I have 3 left over. I just leave myself untapped. Or I could just Pigment Storm this, be safe. I think Pigment Storm this be safe because he could sack the Pillar Drop Warden to get the Rip Apart again. And I don't want to bury that and deal with more of these guys. And then, yeah, I'm holding up a Burying Books, so... Oh, I just realized, if he abraded that, I could first day of class to return the Retriever Phoenix. I had much better plays. Oh well. He Pilgrims, that's fine. I'm alright blocking his other Pilgrim, him bringing back his Rip Apart, and trying to kill my 4/4. Ardent Dust Speaker needs to die. Unfortunately, we don't have anything big enough to kill it. I could Biblioplex Assistant to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'd have to spend all my mana to draw it then. Oof. I do think I still Biblioplex. I'm just trying to figure out what I put on the top. Probably just an Elemental Summoning, honestly. Nah, Heated Debate seems better for my situation. Heated Debate or Expressive Iteration. Yeah, we're going to grab the Heated Debate. Alright, we have a Burying Books and a Lightning Bolt held up. He has 2 cards in hand. We are outvaluing him, so once we start getting our pressure in, our job will be done soon. Well, that's getting lightning bolted. If he uses a -2, we're just lightning bolting it.
I'm an outcast because of cowards like you. Done with you yet.
Get that out of here.
I will never forgive this.
Yep, he gets his rip apart. We knew this was happening. I just realized I'm at 5 health. That's a really unhealthy amount of health. Yeah, we're dead. If he's smart, he killed us. Even through the burying books. Even through the burying books, he killed us if he's smart enough to attack with all. Yep. Because no matter what I block... Yep. Well done. He just had too much pressure for us. Alright, that's fine. We know where our mistakes were. We know where our mistakes are. That's the important part. And yeah, the enthusiastic study does not work with this deck, I don't think. And I have 1,000 pop quizzes, so... We're kind of... That's interesting. We're kind of the value deck, but our win condition is just dirtily flyers. I really want a Pillar Drop Warden. This deck would love a Pillar Drop Warden. I don't like going below 7 if I don't need to. I have an Arcane Subtraction into a Spirit Summoning. If he plays a 1-drop, that's actually good for us, so we have a good target for Arcane Subtraction. Nope. I mean, we're not playing this on our turn. Oof. That seemed like it went south really fast. Yep. The Mythic Legendary and the value generation was just not something I was prepared to face. Our correct answer was actually not to Lightning Bolt the Luca, but 4-2. I think we just leave it up. We just hold up these cards. The lands suck, but now we can actually first day of class a stronger creature. Like I could elemental summoning it instead of spirit summoning. I do not care about Biomathematician. This card is not threatening to me. Like it's a decently sized body. It's just not a threatening body. Now we have Pop Quiz. So we get a hold up Whirlwind Denial or Pop Quiz depending on which one we want. I'm gonna let him attack. You can deal your damage. I appreciate it. Okay. Definitely have too many lands. Definitely too many lands. But next turn, we can Arcane Subtraction, Spirit Summoning. Then the turn after that... What's he sacrificing the Arch for this early? Is he a 4-color deck? There are 4 and 5-color decks using Environmental Sciences. He's already 3 colors. We're always grabbing. Maybe another red for a... Nope. Alright. Let's draw a creature. Let's draw a playable. Alright. Let's stop drawing land. How's that? Alright. Do I want Arcane Subtraction or First Day of Class? Let me look at what my... Expanded Anatomy, not really useful. Elemental Summoning or Spirit Summoning. Teach the other cakes doesn't really work because we have so many cards comparatively. He has 4 to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just drawing too many lands. Yeah, I think we just hold up Arcane Subtraction into another Elemental Summoning. Kind of sad, but... We also get a hold up a Whirlwind Denial in the process. Which I think... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We're about to hit a 6-mana play. He's about a Leyline Invocation. We get a Whirlwind Denial that. Much less damage. But yeah, when enemies apply pressure, we're just kind of in a bad spot. I just don't want to deal with that. Probably not the best target for a Whirlwind Denial, but we are starting to fall under pressure, so we need to start taking actions. I'm going to get the teachings now, so I don't have to worry about that later. I'm going to attack with the 5/5, not the 4/4. So is Red's weakness red? Red's... It's not... each color doesn't precisely have a weakness. It's each deck has a weakness. My weakness is pressure. Yeah, generally speaking, no color has a... Colors have specific archetype weaknesses, not specific color weaknesses. And red is on... Yeah. Red is honestly usually controlling effects, but my deck is just built around where tempo is my weakness. Alright. Start by attacking. Go right ahead. What's your combat trick? Nothing. Okay. Alright. So if I teach other kicks, he just has to cast an instant spell and it counters it. So I'm not going to play that yet, I don't think. Worst case scenario, I could Prismari Campus and Pop Quiz. Do I just want to Lightning Bolt this guy? Yeah. I'm just going to do it while he's mana tapped. So he can't counter it or anything like that. He got the better end of that turn. He got the much better end of that turn. Let me just say that now. There's no questions to be made. Just gonna bury that in books. Alright, congratulations, you have 1 power output. I could spend it to play Soothsayer Adept. Nah, I actually really want the card draw from Spell Satchel right now. Gnarled Professor. That's a good card. Introduction Prophecies, getting him to his win conditions. And this is one of the issues. I only have like 3 big spells. And that's a really big issue. If he has a Bookworm, I'm pretty sure we just lose this game as well. 2 top. That is very bad. Because that means both cards were so good, they were playable in this situation. Start with Compulsive Research. I only have I only need 1 campus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just gonna outburst this now, though. Sorry. It accidentally... I clicked the wrong button. It removed me from my game. My apologies for that. Yeah, I just don't want him to get a counter spell up, so... Kill that. Get myself my Elemental Masterpiece to get myself back in this game. Because I know he has 2 spells that he really is happy to see. And I couldn't have killed that anyways. Okay, which one do I want? Creative Outburst or Elemental Masterpiece? I think I just want to apply pressure, so I'm going to grab the Elemental. I need to start applying counter pressure. Look at my hand. Look at my health. Vortex Runner, scary. Fortunately, we have a Pigment Storm for that. Yeah, so the unblockability of Vortex Runner makes it absolutely terrifying. Alright. Counter this. If he has a way to give that creature flying, I'm probably dead, but I think if he has a way to give that creature flying, I have other issues other than, like, I'm going to be dead in a lot of ways. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Throw that land back. There we are. Counter pressure begins. So that land seems meaningless, but means his Amplimancer can now be buffed twice. So I have to block the Amplimancer, and I have to chump trade for it. Whew. Alright. 2 on this guy, and 1 on this guy. So this is going to be buffed all the way to an 8/8 using all 10 of his mana. And the other one's going to die and kill one of my 4/4s in the process. So I like that. Get rid of that now. Before he has the ability to buff it or do something that I'm not prepared for. So he has to block 1. He has to block the 4/4 to not die right now. Which means he has no board, and we have a Retriever Phoenix. Which is a great place to be. So he has to draw Urza's Rage without scrying in order to win this game. That is possible. I should note. That is possible. I did in fact state what a thing he could do that could win him this game. And anyways, the reason I didn't bother holding the Soothsayer Adept, if he thought it was a negate, he couldn't play around a negate anyways. He's desperate. So, yeah. Oof. Alright. 3-1. We just keep moving. Yeah, it turns out, yeah, we can have Dirtle, and then we decide, alright, time to go. We're kind of the big spells deck, despite only having 2 big spells. Kind of funny. Dead Raquan. Dead Raquan. Alright. We have a Soothsayer to block early aggression, a Thrill to knock out too many land draws, Arcane Subtraction to help us find our elemental summoning. I like this. I like this. Soothsayer to help us just cycle through our deck. Yeah, so we have 2 amazing cards for cycling, and then just 2 cards for finishing. Alright, so if he buffs this with like an Infuse with Vitality, I'll Lightning Bolt it. But, or not Infuse with Vitality, there's Essence of Fusion. There it is. There's one that gives him 2+1/+1 counters for a black and 1. If he uses that on his Unwieldy ingredient to gain 3 life and deal 3 damage, I'm just going to bolt it now. Get it out of my face. Yep, this is the expected result. That was not. We actually have a kill, though. It's just going to take a few turns for us to get there. So we Soothsayer Adept. Next turn, we block. We Arcane Subtraction. And then we later Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so we're not going to block here. He is a pressure deck. And as I said, our weakness is pressure. So it's really great that we're facing all the pressure decks right now. Reflective Golem. Alright. So the question is, do I Lightning Bolt the Reflective Golem before things get worse? Or do I... We're going to get a heated debate. We'll get a heated debate, so... I'm just going to Lightning Bolt the Reflective Golem before that gets worse. So here, we're going to Arcane Subtraction the Biograph, and then just block it. Let's see your combat trick now before I block. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Elemental Summoning. Gets me enough to tie with the Biograph trade properly. Of course. More 5/4s. Can't draw my heated debate. I'm in a very bad position in case you haven't noticed. Alright. Do I throw away the Prismari Campus? I think so. This is not a game that's going to go into this point. And I need the 5 mana next turn, basically. And yeah, we have a second Prismari. So next turn, we're blocking, and we're tapping to draw and discard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to block, then tap this to draw and discard. We're in a very bad spot, though. The double 5/4s just apply a lot of pressure. Of course. Of course. So he's applying even more pressure now. Elemental Summoning, I still die if I just play Elemental Summoning next turn. What do I need to keep myself alive? I need more mana, first off. But yeah, he recognized that. Good game, because he just had too much pressure in the early game. I got to turn 5. I got to turn 5 with a big spells deck. Ugh. And we drew a lot of lands, I feel. An exceptional amount of lands. Yeah, I feel like this is just an exceptional amount of lands as well. Oh, good game, him. He did his job. Yep. I mean, he got a turn 2 Biograph. He went first and got a turn 2 Biograph. My weakness is tempo. Do I have any more creatures that I could put in to counter tempo? Just Tome Shredder. Just Tome Shredder. That's okay. I mean, with our... We got 3-7-1s in a row before this. I am due for a bad draft. I am due for a bad run. I got at least 3 wins, I'm pretty sure. I don't really check my win rates too often. I just, like, notice as I'm getting close. I just see the bar fill up more than I see the actual number. I think we're, like, 3-2 right now. So... Alright, if he mulligans, I'm mulliganing. Otherwise, I have a heated debate. I draw a single island and my colors are fixed. And I've been having a problem where I draw too many lands anyways. If he's a tempo deck, though... Don't get to head into 7 cards. I had to. I'm proud that I did it. Do I hold up the lightning bolt, or do I... That is actually a tough decision. Hold up the lightning bolt, or hold up a first day of class just to get the spirit summoning? He has to buff the Arrogant Poet for me to bolt it. Yep. And I'll just first day of class get myself a 3-2. I'm happy to get the Spirit Summoning and trade it for an Arrogant Poet. I want to save the Whirlwind now for a bigger threat. Alright. That's fine. Though we are noting now, he has a very tempo-oriented deck. I should be prepared for that. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm happy trading my Retriever Phoenix for the Arrogant Poets. Next turn I have a Berry plus Lightning Bolt. Yep, I'll trade. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can teach these other kicks and it will work. I still hold up a Lightning Bolt if he shows that that is necessary. Or I could just Soothsayer. Prevents... He has to pay life to attack with the Arrogant Poet. I'm okay blocking the Pilgrim of the Ages with a Soothsayer. Definitely tapping out too often against tempo decks, but I need to start applying bodies on the board. Essence Infusion. Alright. Gonna pay life for that. Do I block this to prevent 4 damage? No, I think the body's worth more. Alright, and then we just end our turn here. Next turn we can Bury in Books and Whirlwind Denial if we want. And Heated Debate. We have... Yeah, we're holding up, like, Lightning Bolt, Thrill, plus a 3 mana spell. And we're holding up... Yeah, we're holding up so many things right now. Let's start by Lightning Bolting The Pilgrim of Ages is my plan. Let's see how this fares. Professor's Warning. Alright. I could bury it in books in response. Or I could just Whirlwind. Whirlwind Denial doesn't actually take him out. I like that better. And then I could just Soothsayer instead of playing the Thrill, because I like the Heated Debate and Whirlwind Denial in my hand. Alright. Draw. I actually want to discard the island here. Igneous Inspiration is great. Take action. Get myself a flyer. And we can control him. We know he's just drawing a Pilgrim of Ages one of these turns. If he brings out a flyer, I just block with a Retriever Phoenix. I think I'm in a good spot. I have a Whirlwind Denial held. I have a Heated Debate ready. We're at 6 health, but we're back in a controlling stand position. I'd rather Heated Debate that than... His pause tells me he has some sort of response. His spell that he has left is some response. What response? I do not know. Alright. Pigment Storm in hand. Do I want to play Biblio? Hold up. Yeah, I could get back the Igneous Inspiration. I really like that. So I'm going to put Pigment Storm in your hand. In my hand. Spell Satchel down there. And Biblio plus Experience that's in play. There we are. Igneous Inspiration or just Expressive Iteration? I like Igneous. Lets me learn as well. Let's start applying a little pressure. Whew. And while he figures out how he wants to respond to that, I'm going to ban a bot that showed up in chat. Why do I have so many bots come? I feel like I don't see these bots in other people's chats. Why am I targeted, I feel? Because I keep seeing them like in groups of 3 a lot. And things like that. Whew. Alright. So if I pay 5 for a Pigment Storm... Again, I just attack with the Retriever Phoenix, I think. Actually, I attack with a Baby Leoplex Assistant. I want to let my Retriever Phoenix get wrecked, basically. I actually would rather have the body in case he has an answer. We have the Whirlwind Denial because he seems to be holding on to do something. We're actually going to deny that because I just don't want to take any damage. He could learn Expand Anatomy and put me on the ropes. So, well, that's not the best denial by any means. I think that's the correct play anyways. Alright. I just can't let myself get too low. That's basically my issue. I can't let myself get too low. He either has a kill spell or a response. And I can't deal with both. I could deal with one or the other, He has a kill spell or a pump spell. I could deal with one or the other, not both. This is why I took the damage, because if he has expanded anatomy, deal with it right here. Alright. 5-3. I can't play Elemental Masterpiece right now. That's kind of sad. I need to keep applying pressure. I need to apply pressure. He has no cards in hand, so he's just on the ropes in that sense. Might have just wanted to kill the Inkling, bring him to 6, force him to attack into the Biblioplex. But this means, even with like a silver... Yeah. If he wants to double block, I'd love it. I think Tome Shredder plus Thrill is better than Elemental Masterpiece right now. Because if he gets that theme flying with a spell, we're out of luck. Yeah, we need to... We just need the new card now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have lethal if we can just survive this turn. It's all just a question of, can we survive this turn? If he has a pump spell, we do not. So as long as he doesn't have a kill or a pump spell. So this is the one turn we cannot handle a kill or a pump spell. He only just top decked. That's not a kill or pump spell, but my god was it close. Just drop it by shortly as usual. Thanks for coming by. I love how it lets you just, like, rub it in by picking a card still. Well, we're still going. And that's good. Where are we right now? We're at 4 wins. That's nice. That's nice. So just to be clear, it costs 1,500 gems to enter this, and we already have 1,400 gems back. So if you give no price to the cards we draft and the packs we gain, we still only paid 100 gems, which I will tell you right now, 100 gems is worth a lot less than 3 packs and the cards we drafted. So I feel good. Leftovers resource, don't be afraid to spend it. That being said, do be nervous if you spend all of it. Just spending all of it too often. Apparently my room is a lot colder than my living room. If I don't get to have stuff... So if I draw a land... So I have... Let's see. 1 draw? 2 draws at a land. No, I have 3 draws. I have 3 draws at a land. The Spell Satchel, the Compulsive Research gets me more. Like... And as I said, I hate mulliganing in Limited. Because every card is equally valuable. There's not really combo decks, you know. If he plays nothing, we could Tome Shredder attack. Honestly, Tome Shredder trade is not bad at all. Yeah, I'm happy with Tome Shredder and trade if he offers. I guess a Mage Duel wrecks this plan. Yeah. We're just going to attack him. I don't even care. We need to apply pressure. He is a Quandrix deck. He's going to be applying late game board glug. Alright. I'm okay losing a life for this. I don't need 2 Prismari Campuses. I could Thrill if I need to. Otherwise, I can block this, make Tome Shredder bigger. And I could Thrill away one of the lands. Did your R2 runs go any good? We only had 1 run because we wanted to do some lore stuff. And no, it did not go very well, unfortunately. That is unfortunate for us. He is applying pressure, and we are drawing lands. But this is where Spell Satchel is acting as a mana rock here, so I can Thrill to discard one of these lands to get myself back into this game. If I draw one more land, like, if I Thrill away this land and draw another land, then we are back to being able to cast the most expensive spells in the deck. Yeah, I know we're losing life. I need the cards now. Okay. So we'll Lightning Bolt and hold up an Arcane Subtraction, I guess. Let's get rid of his land. And we're still holding up the Arcane Subtraction to reduce the Mage Hunter damage while getting myself an Elemental Summoning, which is nice. And he already used up his Snakeskin Veil, so... There we are. Two, three, four, five... Just do this instead. Be much more threatening. There we go. Now we apply counter pressure. Sad, I don't think my run will go any well tomorrow too, but well, gotta take on the challenge. Yep. So I could Pigment Storm. Let's see, I could Lorehold Pledge Mage. And not have enough for Pigment Storm. Okay, I'm holding up Creative Outburst right now. I'm just going to attack with a 4/4, see how he responds. Okay. If that's all he does, I'm happy. If he double blocks, I get a Creative Outburst to the Mage Hunter and put myself back in line. Draw to Annihilation. That's fine. That's smart. Okay, with a Spell Satchel. Let's get ourselves Expressive Iteration, I think. Yep. There we are. Fortunately, we don't put too much in one card, so... we're fine as is. Simone, we can Pigment Storm that so he doesn't get his card draw from it. Alright, that's fine. Start with this. We got what card I want on hand. Alright, well this is what I want on hand. This is what I want on the bottom, and this is what I want on exile. So I'll just exile it, play it. And I'm going to Pigment Storm the Quandrix, the Zimone, before it starts drawing him cards. And because this the lifelink basically allows him to return the favor, I'm not going to attack with a 4/4. Because when he attacks with lifelink, he deals 2, gains 2, so it's a 4 health life swing. And so 4 health life swing, 4 health life swing. Reducing health totals is in his favor, not mine. If he wants to Annihilation my 4/4, I'm happy with that. And we know that I'm pretty sure the Biblioplex Assistant... oh, wait. Does it shuffle the deck or put them in the bottom? Alright, so random order. So we don't know which of these 4 is the Biblioplex Assistant, but we have 2 in the deck, so... it's fine. So I can first day of class Elemental Summoning Lorehold Pledge Mage and just swing in with Law of Power, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4... let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. So I will have 8 mana. 9. So I could... That's 7. Actually, no. I could first day of class get the Spirit Summoning and the Lorehold Pledge Mage. I like that better. Alright. So let's start with the first day of class. And let's get Spirit Summoning this time. Yep, he sees where things are going. I know it's the wrong game, but would you mind to give an explanation why the runs are going so bad lately? Is it the Sun Tower I read, or is everything going a bit worse lately? It's just like... So I will state that I'm having issues with IRAD, but just like the general game, for some reason, I'm dying at places I normally don't die in. And then you add in that you no longer get gold from Gone Heads or Murmur, so we're ending up at a much lower level. But... like, that doesn't matter, because I'm dying before I even get to Gone Heads and Murmur. I don't know why. So... yeah, I don't know. My explanation is just I'm doing poorly. Happens sometimes. Sometimes you're not on your A game. I'm kind of planning to take a break next week. So... we'll see how that fares for things. You know? Because, yeah, the reason I'm taking the break is just there's a lot of things at home that I just need to take care of. That... well, my motivation's not dead. No, my motivation's not dead. I just noticed that there's a lot of other things I need to take care of. Like, my room is not clean. There's a reason I would not use the face cam until I figured out how the green screen worked. My room is not clean. I need to clean this place up before I think just basically living in such a mess of an environment is causing issues. So I'm literally spending a week, saying I'm taking a week break, and my main focus for that week is clean up my room. Clean it up well. I have a lightning bolt. I have a first day into Spirit Summoning. So if I need to apply pressure, I can. I mean, my mind just stretches too much, even in reach of the 36 minutes. Yep. I'm just gonna lightning bolt that. Make it not my problem. Because first day of class is definitely much better later on. Okay. Do I want to heat a bait? No, I think I just want to first day of class and get myself cards. Or I can discard this to get myself the treasure for Biblioplex Assistant. Yeah, this is not a fight where that late game is going to matter. Yeah, I think I just played Biblioplex to put a lightning bolt back on my deck. Either that or I draw a card, banking on drawing a land. If I don't draw a land, I discard the first day of school to try to draw a land. I think that's actually the play. Because, yeah, Biblioplex just prevents the land draw even further. Get the elemental summoning ready, I think. And we take 3 damage this turn. Not that terrifying. If he puts a permanent buff on one of those two, as seen here, then we will start considering about using Heated Debate on one of these. That sounds like there are different problems going for you than for me. Hope it will work out. You too, man. I hope yours work out as well. Intro to Annihilation makes sense for a tempo deck. Gosh, it's like everyone has figured out how to do tempo right as like I build a deck that's weakness is tempo. Because I feel like you don't see many of these decks before now. Alright. 5 mana. Or 6 if I need it. Yeah, I think I just elemental summoning. If he wants to intro to Annihilation, go be my guest. Otherwise, he has to start doing things. If I draw a land next turn, I can Heated Debate and Biblioplex the lightning bolts back. He's starting to run a little low cards, but he's still keeping his cards up. Yep. Intros my 4/4. I'm perfectly happy with that. Alright. I'll Spell Satchel Heated Debate. I'm happy with that play. Spell Satchel hold up both Heated Debate and Whirlwind Denial, depending on what is more threatening. I just need a little more mana, basically. I think I'm more threatening by a pump spell than by this 4 damage right now, so I'm going to let him possibly pump and play a card before I Heated Debate. I'll Debate end of turn. Let's see what you do. I mean, I could Heated Debate or Whirlwind Denial that. Now, what are you doing? Oh, you're just trading? You're just ending? Alright, what is most threatening? Sure, we'll just Heated Debate your Promising Desk Mage. See what you do about that. Even if you, +1/+1 counter. Alright. Here we go. I can Biblioplex Assistant. And weren't both decks white-black? As those are good aggro decks? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's time for the Elemental Masterpiece. Yeah. My Biblioplex Assistant stops the Arrogant Poets. The Elemental Masterpiece will stop the... or the Elemental Masterpiece will take care of the other. The Unwilling Ingredient. Lash of Malice? Do I want Whirlwind Denial that? How is that actually important to Whirlwind Denial? I think we're getting low enough on health that is worth Whirlwind Denialing. This is sad RNG. Yep. It's fine. He's at 1 card. If we can stop this pressure now, we can win. So. Okay, so he had a lot of Lashes of Malice. If I Elemental Masterpiece and he has a pump spell, I'm dead. If he has a kill spell, I'm dead. If I play this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I could first. Okay. I have the play. It's a little weird though, because first I have to Biblioplex, put a Lightning Bolt on top of my deck. Then I first day of class. I want to tap all my blue for this. I put the Lightning Bolt there. And now, if he has an answer for this, I can first day of class discard my Elemental Masterpiece to get the Lightning Bolt and kill his threat. Just that. I think we go for the Elemental Masterpiece play then. It's not an easy decision to make. Do I first day of... I think I first day of class still to just learn something and get those spells up. Get my teachings ready for the late game, or just Spirit Summoning. Alright. And we have the lightning bolt ready. But we cannot attack. We must now build a wall. Might have wanted something more impactful than spirit summoning, but... I think a Study Break... Yeah, Study Break kills us. And Study Break's a good card in just general situations. Alright. That actually does not scare me. I'll wait for my turn to Lightning Bolt the Arrogant Poet. Yeah, I'm still scared of the Arrogant Poet more than the Light Scribe, because this one has evasion. Do I die to Study Break? Is not attacking saving me from that. Not attacking does not save me from Study Break. So I'm going to attack with a 4/4. If he wants to lose his Unwilling Ingredient, I'm happy to lose the Menace. To not have to deal with the Menace anymore. If he wants to double block, I'm even happier to remove all of his pressure. Because I'm at 2 health, removing his pressure is far more important than applying mine. We already have the Biblioplex. We are limited in our other solutions, though. That is definitely worth noting. Owlin Shield Mage. I cannot target it because of the effect. I'm going to start by activating the ability. I cannot discard... I cannot use the Pigment Storm on the Owlin Shield Mage anyways. Sideboard. I have an Expanded Anatomy. Awesome. So I could... Okay, so I can expand Anatomy to turn this into a 4/3. We're discarding this one. So this is kind of weird, but it's the way we don't die. Yeah, so we're targeting our own Soothsayer, turning it smaller, to get the Expand Anatomy, to make this bigger, so that we can block the Owlin properly. And we might as well attack. Again, Study Break kills us. There's nothing... We just don't have enough other ways of getting around it to prevent that. But he's getting lands. That makes me happy. I'm getting lands too. That's making me unhappy. Not to the point where I could attack with Biblioplex, so... Pigment Storm stops any other threats that aren't Owlin. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. There it was. I need to go several turns without him getting an attack in, so... We knew we could not hold that on forever. We play to our outs. We did not make them. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's 5 wins. That's 1,600 gems. It cost me 1,500 to get in here. Yep. So, my early game, let's see, 1 creature. Yeah, 1 creature, 1 artifact. That was my issue. This is reactive. This is advantage. This is card advantage. This is card advantage. This is card advantage. So I only had 3 2-drops. Lightning Bolt. So yeah, 4 early game cards. And actually, this doesn't even do anything. So... This is a late game value card. So basically I had 3 early game cards, and that explains my issue. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops. Yeah, that's more reasonable for the 3. Yeah, at least it's a win even if you win less games. Still profit on packs. Exactly, I'm happy with this. I just want to see where I went wrong so I could do better next time. My end game seemed fine. Elemental Masterpiece is good, especially when you're bringing it back with Babylil Plexus. Retriever Phoenix is great, always been great. Yeah. Yeah, it was just with the, why can I not think of the words? The problem was, with the early game, I just had nothing, and then, surprise, the 3 decks that killed me were tempo decks. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them were tempo decks. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly acceptable. That's how you're supposed to go when you do that. I got 5 wins. I'm actually very happy. I'm actually very happy. We get a mythic wild card. That's good. Alright. Well, that's our time for today. Another blot out the sky. Nice. Alright. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll be back Saturday with one more stream, and then I think I'm going to be changing my schedule, so that might be my last stream for a while. But we'll talk about that another day. Until then, let's raid a channel. Let's see. Ooh, Jim the Eternal's playing some Rouge Legacy too. Let's do some of that. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. If you stay for the raid, do be friendly to the next guy. I'm sure he's a cool guy. Actually, no, I know this guy. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Alright, see you guys later. Thank you so much.